not really gonna press the point if no one volunteers. I don't feel like pushing that on people today. Let's get a volunteer for duel. 1/sweep 1. Our flare star for today is the Foxtrot Black Mage Traffic of Felena. So let's get an acknowledgement from Traffica that they will be doing flare mage stuff. Let's get volunteers for Rens 1 and 2 to run 2 melees who are going to be running Lost Rend Armor. All right, there we go. Got some volunteers. Sweep 2, Bacon Mage, copy that. I see a Rend 1 volunteer from Crimson Fisher. Thank you. You're changing your name? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, for those of you sitting in voice chat who have not updated nicknames in accordance with the requirements to participate, can Vera duel again if no one wants to do it? Yes. So we'll put Vera for clear. If there's someone who has not cleared the duel, please volunteer yourself. We'll have Vera Vespar's anchor if no one else wants to prog the duel. So for duel, like for people who want to volunteer for duel, just have like some kind of understanding of how it works. I'm not expecting you to have like watched a video and go in and never wipe. Like that's not the point of any prog. Okay. Take this as an opportunity to learn something that you've never done before that you might be interested in. Okay. If that's like sweeps, rends, I don't know, pseudo heal, pseudo tank, whatever, and you've never done it before, like this is a safe environment to learn in. Okay, the worst thing that happens today is we don't clear, right? That's not, in the grand scheme of things, that's not really like that big of a deal, right? Everyone's going to either learn or practice something today, and that's in my opinion the more important thing. Yeah, that's fine. No. No, you're like a super expert, and you host on PB. So if you want to duel, you can just be like, I'm gonna duel today on your own run. But welcome, Lynn, by the way, and welcome our folks who I might not recognize from PB. So yeah, appreciate you showing up. Oh, Mejia's here. Hey, just like that. Yes. So the make sure you guys have correct nicknames, all right? In Discord. If you don't know what that is, then that's the clue that you need to read the requirements to participate, all right? Also, if you have read it before but you are not complying, I'm going to insist that the full nickname convention is followed. Okay, that you're communicating that you're going to follow like everything in that list, and you're communicating that to your teammates. You're communicating that to me. So even if I know you, even if you're old head, make sure you have your full name, full character name in your Discord. Okay, don't make me have to single you out. And we'll check that in a few moments. Okay. Sweep 3. Let's get a volunteer for sweep 3. I don't think I saw that. Or did someone call it and I missed it? Maybe I did. All right. I'm gonna ask. Cap X Piscari is going to be sweep 3. I just put my mouse over an icon and you just happen to be that person, so you're it. Make sure you bring perception. You're going to be running sweep 3 between TA and the second to last encounter. And please respond in Alliance chat. Let me know that you hear and you're going to do that. All right, got it. Thank you. Let's get a Ren 2 volunteer. Ren 2 is another melee DPS. We'll be running Rend. Actually, I moused over Lin Renkinjutsu first. So, Lin, can you bring a Ren 2, if you would please? There you go. Thank you. All right. Golem side lead. Okay, so I'm about to pick some team leaders. Okay. What team leadership entails. I'm not asking for you for expert like DRS experts. I'm not asking for like professional raiders. Well, I am asking for a professional attitude, but not like, you don't have to be a pro raider like top logging, whatever. Like, there's a time and place for that, but like for this specifically, I'm not asking for that. What team leadership entails in this particular run is that you're going to be kind of situationally aware of your or generally aware, excuse me, of your teammates. If someone goes AFK and says so in party chat, just kind of keep that in mind. Just keep track of your teammates, and if it sounds like I'm about to start the poll and you know for a fact that your teammates are AFK, or you spot a what do you call it, like a DC or something before I do, just feel free to interrupt me, okay? And that goes for anyone, but specifically team leaders, right? That's you're going to be the person who is tasked with that. But yeah, like everyone should just be kind of generally buddy checking each other. Other than that, I'm going to ask for team leads to run ready checks and report party readiness status before each countdown. All right. And yeah, that's it. That's it. So as long as you know how to keep track of people and run a ready check, then you're qualified to be a party lead in my run. Okay. And then for golem side lead, it's kind of that, except you're doing that. Uh, you're gonna make sure that some plan is discussed over on golem side. And I think Laurent actually, yeah. Since I was saying Laurent's gonna do it earlier, then I guess we should go with Laurent. Because normally I try to pick someone random, but since we were talking about it, Laurent will be a golem side lead.
I'm okay with you signing anyone for this, but I'm just here to like organize in case of emergency. So if anyone wants to call golem sides, I will let you do it.
There you go.
If not, I can take care of this.
Yeah, feel free to delegate once you guys go down there. Like I said earlier, I don't really care how it gets done. Just make sure you guys talk out a plan, and make sure Delta Echo and Foxtrot teams are ready before I start the countdown, and just alert me when you guys are ready. And that's all I'm expecting from Golem side. But yeah, I'm not expecting Laurent to micromanage everyone on Golem side. Just between him and the 23 other teammates down there, just figure out what you guys are gonna do. Make sure no one is confused, and then run a ready checks and stand by for countdown. And that's it. All right. For all the other party leads, I try to pick people whose names I do not recognize. So if you happen to be brand spanking new, like I said earlier, I'm not expecting you know you can be inexperienced in raid as long as you know how to run a ready check. If you don't know how to run a ready check, then you're gonna learn today. All right. So with that said, let's pick some teammates or team leaders. Excuse me. Uh, Hip Malo will be Foxtrot team lead. And as I call out your names, if I mispronounce your name, please give me a chance to say it correctly. Do correct me and give me a chance to try to say it correctly. I'm not trying to butcher it on purpose. So for each person that gets called out, just give a wave in Alliance chat. Oh, there you go. I got it. Cool. Yeah, just let me know, let everyone know that you're going to take lead on your party. Alpha team lead is going to be Asako Sakabe. Sure. All right, cool. There you go. Foxtrot team lead will be Neko Nya. Bravo team lead shall be Vanlin Clancy. Hello. Delta team lead shall be uh Casoli Leto. Casoli Leto. Okay, there's the wave. Thank you. Still waiting for a response from Neko, Nia, and Echo Team. You're gonna be Echo Team lead. Please respond. And then Charlie Team lead will be Lufe Lufe. Okay, I see the response from Neko. Charlie Team lead will be Lulufe Lufe. Am I pronouncing that correctly? All right, there you are. Okay, looking good. Team leads first thing to check is in voice chat. Make sure everyone has their nicknames. You should see like 8 people in your team all grouped up together, so we can quickly find out if someone's missing. But just make sure that your teammates are showing up next to you there. Like I'll also check, but yeah, just you guys are first eyes, I'm second eyes. All right, looks like everyone. Are we missing someone from voice? Because I see a Z at the bottom, so I'm assuming Runa Fairshield is observing. Jules Tiamat, make sure your nickname is correct. Let's see here. What else? Map. Make sure you add your second name, your last name there. The thing I don't want to deal with is like, why is that person not following? Like I don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. Lynn R. Also, like I know who you are, but just make sure you have your full name there, just so we don't have any like non-compliant saltiness. I'd appreciate that. Yeah. Delta is missing one. All right. Delta's missing. DDDHTT. One of the DPS. Looks like Geralt. We're missing Geralt. Yeah, what's Q? I don't know what Q is. Yeah, you have AHQ. So just make sure that's correct, because I don't know what you're trying to communicate with Q. That's for Jules Tiamat, by the way. See, yeah, again, this is the nickname. It might sound like a really kind of nitpicky thing on my part, but that's me checking like if you've actually read our requirements to participate, right? Because you can be like a Queen and Rager, right? From like another server, that's okay. But that's also a check, like just to make sure that you've read our requirements to participate, right? Because our requirements might be different from where you're coming from. So that's also kind of like a sanity check, right? If you have an incorrect nickname, then that's like, okay, did they read our requirements to participate, or are they assuming knowledge that they're bringing in from like another Discord, right? Because there's many different ways to attack DRS. So I want to make sure that at least you read like what we have here, so that you know what we're expecting of you, and also that you know what to expect of us. Okay, so just make sure that you guys are complying with all directions. All right. Okay, the map is, again, I'm like, if you don't want to follow the direction, then that's fine. Okay, but make sure that you have your full name. Like that's not matching your name. So like there's a time and place for like individualism, right? It's like I'm not trying to suppress people, but like when folks are here, like they're you guys are trusting me to lead you guys, so like I'm gonna trust you guys to follow directions, right? So that's why I'm gonna harp on that. So sorry if this comes across as like overly strict, but like this is how this is the compromise that we make for allowing like literally anyone to jump in, right? Like I'm not asking for like logs or anything, but in exchange, I'm asking for people to follow directions. So make sure you update your nickname, please. Slime Golem. So I'm gonna run a few checks here before I forget. Slime Golem, I'm checking if we have at least 4 tanks on Slime side and at least 2 on Golem side, and we have a lot more than that. So I think we're good on both. And then healers are 5 and 5. So no flex on Slime and Golem. Minotaur, I don't know why I have this still here, but usually what I am checking for is if we have enough tanks to do Minotaur. We only need 4. So I'm just gonna say none there. And then Queen Strat. Let's disrespect today. Actually, let me check. Yeah. 2 Gunbreakers, 2 Paladins. Let's disrespect Buster. All right. Okay. Healers, make sure you've had your deconflict, your Steel Sting Spellforge deconfliction discussion. Tanks, if you want, make sure you have your primary, like who's primary Aether Shield discussion, just so you know going into TA, who's going to be expected to run an Aether Shield. And actually, let me talk to my tank since I'm a tank. Oops, that was meant for party. My bad. Okay. Well, now you know our plan in the Alpha team. All right, let's do an initial ready check. If you are still hashing something out, just click no on this and just continue your discussion. If you are, if you're not ready in any way, like you need to go to the like preemptive bathroom or get some uh fragments to get above 10 pure essences in the cache, then just click no and try to repair that situation. Okay. Ideally, you want to get all this prepared before run, but now that we're here, I'm just just get yourselves ready to go. All right. Looks like some folks are still hashing things out. That's okay. Go ahead and take time. We'll do another ready check in a few moments. By the way, for those of you who are here for the first time, like specifically like running with me in Lego Steppers, if there's something that is confusing to you, or if there's something in our like written requirements or something that I'm saying that is confusing, please like let me know. All right. Like I'm not gonna like automatically shut down like suggestions, but like I would at least like to understand like what's confusing, so I can at least try to address it. Don't ignore instructions that you don't understand or don't agree with, rather. Not that we have like a problem with that. It's just something that I feel like I should mention. All right, let me just ask for a manual go no go from these 4 individuals. All right, ready from Mahia, ready from Telemarna in shout chat. Standing by, okay. Ready from Hip. Standing by for Geralt Vilgefortz. Is Geralt here in voice, by the way? Yeah, there they are. Okay. You need coffee? Okay, yeah, go get coffee. Go get coffee if you need to get that set up. Rather handle that out here while we're not burning instance timer. But yeah, whatever, like if you guys need to do like a preemptive bio or anything like that, get that done now. I'm gonna do another art check. Because sometimes people get up and do things while waiting for other folks to get ready. That is a thing. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's folks who have heard the slime brief like every week for the last, well, not maybe not every week, but like most weeks for the last 2 years. So like they probably know what's going on. I'm not gonna be like, you need to listen to this. Like I usually don't do that. All right, big boys, Fusion Mage and Xiao Yu. Just let us know when you're ready. All right, and Fusion Mage is ready. All right. Standing by for big boys. They're probably like truly AFK though. Oh, nice. I'm like, who is this standing right here? All right, big boys, if you're back, let us know when you're here and ready to go. And thank you, by the way, to everyone for choosing to spend your time here at Lego Steppers here with me as your host. So I'll try to respect that to the best of my ability. All right. All right. Gonna ready check again. Because again, sometimes people get up. It does happen. That is a thing that happens. So just gotta make sure that everyone's here so we don't have like a commence prog. Or I mean, I can't guarantee that commence prog doesn't happen, but you know, try to mitigate it as much as possible by ensuring everyone is here prior to queuing in. All right, I'm gonna remind everyone to please self-mute even if you have push to talk on. All right, Lysander Rhoda. Oh, they did. Okay, I missed that. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, sometimes like stuff happens or like we don't know. So yeah, I if they said it in Alliance, I straight up missed it. So that's my bad. Is anyone here like in cafe or sim? Like I want to go on a crystal, so like a quote crystal run, but like all the scheduled ones are like really late for me. Not that I'm implying one should be scheduled when I'm away, but I was just hoping like there's like a irregular host or something that will run on cafe so that I can join and kind of like broaden my horizon as a host. Yeah, like I have to sign up, so yeah, I finally broke down and tried to signed up for two primal runs a few weeks ago. So Lin Renkin Jitsu was the host for one of them, and then Lin Kaneko was the host for the learning runs. Yeah, excellent hosts by the way, both of them. I think helplines and PB are both listed in our other discords. Is our friend who was it Lysander Rhoda? Are they back yet, or are they still AFK? No word yet? Okay. All right. I'm gonna take 30 seconds. I'm gonna pour myself a cup of coffee. That's just kind of waiting for me here. So BRB. 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. 5 seconds. All right, they're back. Yeah. All right. Ready, check again. I know this might seem annoying, but you just gotta do it every time because you never know. Someone else might decide to walk off. Yep, there we go. Oh, we have a disconnect. All right, when Lux Cleon gets back, are they in voice chat at least? I think they are. Yeah, okay. So they probably crashed out. We'll just wait for them to get back in and we'll try to go in. Oh, right. Thank you for reminding me. If anyone happens to be streaming, that's perfectly fine. Feel free to share your things and share your stuff. And I usually share my perspective just like for folks who don't make it to raid, like they can at least attempt to follow along if they want. Bad tank and bad host POV. All right. Hey, Lux is back. Our check going out again. I thought you just been saying Elu as like a onomatopoeia, but is that like a Twitch emote or something? All right, 48 out of 48. Let's go in. Go ahead and click commence. If you are alt tabbed out, please alt tab back in. Click that commence button and let's get this show on the road. Yeah. See? Nice and clean. All right. Welcome to Delubrum Reginate Savage. When the gates go up, please do not jump on the circular jump pads up ahead. Give folks a chance to touch the cache, touch the appraiser. If you have your pre-pop on you right now, go ahead and pop it. Otherwise, just get to the cache and handle it when we're able to move around. All right. If you forget what team you're a part of when we're in here, just take a look at your Discord nickname and it should give you a reminder if you've already forgotten. Like sometimes that'll happen to me. For those of you who are at the cache, which should be everyone, make sure you don't leave the cache with anything less than a completely full holster, okay? If you looked at our requirements to participate, you might have noticed that like I'm not spelling out what to fill all 99 or what all 80 slots that you might have in your holster. Like I'm not, micromanaging that. But do just fill that up with whatever you can, right? If you stepped away from the cache with like 97 or 98 out of 99, please go back to the cache and fill up those remaining 2 slots, okay? Light Curtain is 1 weight. Resistance Potion is also 1 weight. So there's like no reason to leave the cache with anything other than a completely full holster. Right? The I need to stop saying all right. The heaviest, most useless thing you can bring with you is empty space. You cannot click on empty space to help you out in an emergency. But the 1 weight light curtain, for instance, that can help you out at the Queen, prevent you from dying during reflect mechanics. A resistance potion is also 1 weight, right? It's a Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop busting myself for that verbal tick. But the resistance potion is 1 weight, and that can help out during like bleed mechanics. So, for instance, if your healers are dead and we get hit by Gloria Boja or God Save the Queen or something like that, you can hit that resistance potion, and it's not gonna heal you up to full, but it can help you live for like a little bit longer. And then that'll help you get some GCDs out, or maybe you'll survive long enough to get healed out of danger by your the reaction time of your caster, right? Like I know I said earlier that there's Cure 4 is not specifically for healing, but I mean there's nothing stopping them from hitting the button in an emergency, right? If that's a call that they want to make on their own. Vera Vespar, you're the duelist, by the way. Just making sure that you understand. Let's have our sweeps 2 and 3 call out in shout chat. Make sure that you check your holster and that you do have perception in your pocket. So I'm looking at a confirms a sweep confirmation from Bacon Mage and Cap X Piscari. Sweep 2 in holster, copy that. Sweep 3, do you have percept in pocket? Sweep 3 in holster, copy that. Thank you very much. No, Rourke, okay. Make sure you bring Aether Shield. Even though I called that I'm going to be primary Aether Shield, like I might still die, right? I might like have a mental thing and just forget to adjust my temperature correctly. So you still want to have it on you to slot it in a pinch, just in case like I die to something stupid. Or I died to making a mistake, not something stupid. If I die to making a mistake. Because it's not stupid to die in DRS, because there's a lot of ways that can happen, so... You can... I'm not allowed to die, are you forbidding it? Okay. Well, since he said so, I guess I can't die. But yeah, like, real talk, just make sure you have enough... Like, bring 2 Aether Shields per the requirements, just in case, right? Just in case. Because there are times where I do take the L at Queen or TA for some reason. Is that how that works? All right. Buddy check each other. Make sure everyone's got a pure essence on. Make sure everyone's got a re-raiser on. Feel free to mouse over reminiscence. Just check your teammates if they're bringing something like that doesn't look right. Feel free to bring it up with them, right? Gently bring it up with them. And if that happens, either they're going to learn something today or you're going to learn something today. But yeah, buddy check each other. Also, gear check. Make sure if you have it, okay, this is not required, but if you have it, any gear with Save the Queen area effect. So that's like Bojin Earring, augmented Boja Runners, or augmented Law's Order, anything like that. Make sure you get that on. If you have it. If you don't have it, then just don't be naked per the requirements to participate. Oh, what the hell? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, make sure all of your slots have gear in them. How about that? I don't care what your glamour is, but just make sure all of your slots have gear in them, except for offhand, and then double except if you're a paladin, then you need the offhand, of course. Yeah, I was like, did you just teleport? When will you need Aether Shield? TA, starting with the 3rd fight. So you don't have to have it on right now. What you should have on right now should match the requirements to participate. I do spell that out. In most cases, I don't think it's like... I think for healers, it's just like whatever. You bring what you think it will help. Because you're the very valuable but unglamorous, like kind of utility mule. But like we still need we need you here as part of the logistics, right? The logistics of running a raid. So shout out to our healers. Uh-oh. Okay. Who is it in Foxtrot, just so we know not to res them? And by the way, I'm not saying this to be mean, okay, but a non-pure or veteran, okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So when this Hip Malo, so if Hip Malo goes down, I'm gonna call for no res on Hip Malo. The reason being is that like you're gonna keep going down and like you're missing your pure, and the pure is what allows you to, as a healer, the pure is what allows you to like res people in here, because without the pure then you absolutely can't res. Like you can still do other stuff, but you're probably going to die to just like basic raid wides. So that said, like I don't want to spend like a very limited amount of Lost to Rise charges to keep resing you, knowing that you're going to die to just basic mechanics. So if you can figure out how to live, if your team will help you out, then great. But if not, just we're not gonna res you. So that's not like a nothing personal, just my own general rule. Like I try not to res folks without peers. So there's no like permanent like we don't keep permanent records or anything like that. Just just don't do the same thing again next time. But it sounds like Foxtrot team is helping you out, so that's good. Okay. One thing mentioned in here: if you don't go AFK for too long, all right, because you will get kicked out of the instance if you are AFK for like 10 minutes. So just make sure you don't count on the wiggle check happening. Just you know, make sure you stay mobile or type in the chat or something. All right. Other than those like 2 or 3. What? Oh no. Okay. I mean, like Hip is responsive in party chat, I'm assuming, right? Okay, yeah. Yeah. And that's typically a signal that like they're just like they just made a mistake. So, it's fine. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we like I did boot some suspected run sellers with actual like proof of run selling or attempts to run sell. Like they had a name on like a run seller webpage that matched their Discord, and like it was even on their Discord profile that they were run sellers. So I kind of got to respond to that. kind of got to respond to that because that's explicitly not supported on this server. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, maybe they did get away with it for like many months, right? And it just came to that. Who knows? Yep. Got a swift kick in the ass. They were trying to sell dog mounts for like $250. So like I don't care what he does with his time or whatever, like whatever business that they try to spin up, but they're not going to do it here on Lego Steppers. So like I don't support that. All right. Last call for cash, last call for appraiser. All team leads. All team leads. Go ahead and run a ready check and report when your team is ready. Yeah. Make sure everyone here, you click on your Lost Finds holster and visually check that you're bringing the correct things. All right. Oh, healers and pseudo healers in party chat, just kind of, if you haven't already, just verify to your teammate that you are indeed bringing the thing that you mentioned you were going to bring. Okay, so that's like Steel Sting or Spellforge. Hopefully you guys deconflicted that on the outside, but just kind of verify to your teammate that you are indeed bringing what you discussed. All right, Bravo team ready, Alpha ready, Echo ready, Delta ready. Stand by for Foxtrot and Charlie. Charlie team is ready. Stand by for Foxtrot team. Kip Malo, you're the team lead. I know you're kind of sorting things out up there, but run a ready check, please, and report when Foxtrot is ready. Or delegate, I don't care. Just make sure it gets done. Yeah, delegation is a part of leadership, by the way. So if a team lead wants to do that, then that's your prerogative to do. All right, I see the ready. In the future, make sure you say Foxtrot ready or F ready, just because like I might not remember off the top of my head which team you're actually a part of. Yeah, thank you. All right, all teams have reported ready. Last call for cash. Last call for appraiser. All right, what's about to happen in a few moments when I call jump, jump, jump? Don't jump yet, but when I say that, Delta, Echo, and Foxtrot teams are going to take the east jump pad, the right jump pad, and then you will be taking directions from our golem site lead, Laurent Damadur.
It's okay. It's okay.
Can you say that, please? How do I say it? Laurent Damadur.
Lauriane Damadour.
Lauriane Damadur.
Just
All right.
call me Laurent. It's fine.
I don't. Oh, man. All right. So yeah, Lauriane Damadur is going to be leading Golem side when we jump. So make sure you guys hop on down to Golem Gulag Gang voice chat when we jump, and then take directions from Laurent. And then Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie, we're going to take the west jump pad, the left circle, and then we're going to stay right here in voice, okay? All right. Last call for cash, last call for appraiser. Cash is clear, appraiser is clear. Jump, jump, jump. Delta, Echo, and Foxtrot teams, go ahead and hop on down the Golem Gulag Gang voice chat, and we'll see you on the other side. Good luck with your encounter. Now talking to Slime side only. Slime side only. Slime side only, go ahead and assemble north and south of your respective team markers. Alpha to Alpha, Bravo to Bravo, Charlie to Charlie. Try to assemble into light parties if you can. If you don't know where to stand on your marker, and I will sort you out myself. All right, it's looking good. Let's have, we're gonna ask for some folks to move around here. Let us have, see, I think Charlie has one tank. I'm gonna drag our Gerald, and Hip to Golem, so stand by for the movement. Okay, Lysander Rhoda, where are you? Okay, you're up there. So I'm gonna ask for Bravo team. Let's have Vanling Clancy go to South Charlie, please. And you're gonna be tanking the southeast room. South Charlie. Oh, where's Lulu Fei? Okay. Lulu Fei, why don't you take North Charlie since you only have one tank? You can heal the tank on your team. Lulu Fei, are you there? Oh, they're BRB? Okay. All right. So when they get back, just ask them to go to North Charlie, and I'm gonna ask a Bravo team healer Aki Aurelius to go to South Charlie, if you would please. So you should be grouped up with sorry, short memory, Vanling Clancy. So just make sure that you do the healer stuff for them in that room, and then Lufe, when they get back, just have them go to North Charlie. All right, I'm gonna pull Cedric Valhorn. Why don't you come to North Alpha, and then Vi Schwartz South Alpha, if you would please. Okay, and that should be it. Okay, very greedy is going to be a hallway trap sweep. Since you're a tank and standing north of Bravo, you can do that. Okay. How long ago did Luffy say BRB? Was it? Oh, never mind. I finally saw the shout message. I need to step away during explanation. I can heal for southeast though. Okay. Uh. North. All right. Okay. So when Luffy gets back, actually, just assuming Luffy is going to go to northeast. Let's do our sanity check now. So north and south of the Bravo marker, there should be 2 souls. Doesn't matter what your job is, and you guys will be responsible for north and south hallway respectively. Okay. So the pair of individuals north of Bravo is north hallway. Pair of individuals south of Bravo, so that's Sophia Lionheart and Cap X Piscari, is going to be south hallway. North and south of Alpha, north and south of Charlie. Sorry, someone just returned to the Charlie marker. Who's that? Where were you standing before Akira Malasama? Were you saying south of Charlie? Okay, just stay south of Charlie because I'm assuming Luffy is gonna come back and they're gonna be north. So like I know you guys are gonna have like 1 extra person down there, just retracting that. So that said, north and south of Alpha, and then let's just say south of Charlie. There should be 1 tank, 1 healer, 3 DPS. You're not all gonna be in the same team. And then, like I said earlier, we're tracking that Luffy will be going to North Charlie in a few moments when they get back. So if that is not the case, please bring that to my attention, and we'll adjust that as necessary. All right, so let's go on with math. Didn't yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm tracking. Appreciate you doing that, but like we're gonna be asking Luffy to go to North Charlie in a few moments. All right, let's talk about slime strat. I'm gonna take some pictures and I'm gonna link them in Raid text chat. So for those of you here for the first time, make sure you take a look at Discord. Copy link, paste here. All right. So take a look at those 2 pictures that I just put in Discord, if you would please. The first one is our breach plan. That's how we enter this area without using perception. We don't like spam perception or anything like that. We just have our tanks pop invuln and run over specific areas where the traps may possibly show up. Okay, they're not going to show up in any other random location. Just trust that if you've never done this before, that like those traps will be in those locations. That said, I've done this many times. Rourke has done this many times. Very greedy, done this many times. Lysandra Rhoda is, let's see, Queen. Have you tanked? Have you done like any slime side stuff as a tank, Lysander? Yeah, wiggle check. By the way, don't get AFK kicked on Abba. Okay. Similar things here. I don't know if you, but well, okay. I don't know if you guys on Abba always do like, invuln sweep. But here, what I'm gonna ask you to do is to get to the door going into your northeast room. When you get to the door, pop sprint, pop invuln, ideally in that order, and then run in a straight line from the door through the circular pad in the northeast room, touch the far wall, and then return to your circular pad, and then stand by for your healer to pull things to you. Or not, excuse me. Stand by for your healer to pull things into your line of sight, after which you will pull off them with your unmend. Yeah. And then similarly, let's see here, who's south? Vanling Clancy is cleared. Actually, I think I've seen you here a couple of times. Have you tanked a slime side room yet, Vanling Clancy? I feel like you have.
I have, but still, it's been like 2 years. So.
Okay. Okay, so you're okay. So just to review, just like I mentioned earlier, you're gonna be assigned to the southeast room since you're staying south of Charlie. Just from the door, pop sprint, pop in bone, and then run a straight line. Clear both sides, east and west of the circle with your in bone. Something may or may not explode, and then just stand by on your circle and wait for your healer to pull things into your line of sight, specifically viscous clots. All right. So that's the initial. That's what the first picture is for. So for those of you who are not tanks, make sure you don't like race us into our rooms, like whatever room that you're assigned to. Okay. Speaking of room assignments, those of you standing north of Alpha are standing next to me, Knuckle Free. We're going to the northwest room. Northwest room. That is the second door on the left. Individual standing south of Alpha, you're with Ruark Weiss. West. Y'all are assigned to the southwest room. That is the first door on the left. Individual standing north of Charlie, you are with Lysander Rhoda. You are all going to the northeast room. That's the second door on the right. An individual standing south of Charlie, you are with Vanling Clancy. You are all assigned to the southeast room. That is the first door on the right. Yes. Anyway, I'm glad you caught that. I'm glad you caught that. Thank you for calling me out. But yeah, um, so make sure you know which rooms you're assigned to. And then, as I said earlier, individuals north of Bravo, just north hallway. Individuals south of the Bravo marker, you are south hallway. So just you guys are staying at the doors on each end of the hallway. But yeah, don't beat your tank, or excuse me, don't race your tank into like wherever you're assigned to. Okay, your tank is going to be popping sprint and invuln and sweeping for possible traps. So stay well away from us. Give us like a half second, a 1 second lead. Give us enough time to do our job. Okay, if you're tailgating us, you're gonna get exploded. You know, if there's a trap. So just be mindful of that. If you get blown up by a trap here, that is your fault. So give us enough space to do our job. Okay. The second picture in raid text chat is for positions during slime clear. Once we have entered our rooms, make sure you take up the position in your assigned room based on your role. Okay. There's no hallway folks mentioned there because you guys are just kind of posted at the north and south doors. For your room folks, your healer is going to take the position closest to the hallway on the extreme north or extreme south. Okay, if you're one of the two north rooms, you're on the extreme north, like inner corner. And then if you're one of the two south rooms, if you're a healer in one of the two south rooms, you're taking the corner in the south closest to the hallway. All right. And then for DPS, just by process of elimination, you guys are on the extreme outer corners of your assigned room. Okay. So make sure you understand where you're standing, or where you're standing during the slime clear attempt, and make sure you go to the correct place. Okay, don't get lost on the way in. If you don't know where you need to go, let me know, and I'll tell you where you specifically need to go. Okay. Let's talk about our process here. So once we are all in position, our healers will start the following process. Okay. I'm going to explain this from the healer point of view first. Healers, make sure you are healed up. Make sure your tank is topped off. Okay, don't let our health drop too far. Just kind of just be in the habit of keeping us topped off. Once you've ensured that, pop out into the hallway, pull exactly one viscous clot. Give it a glare, malefic, broil 2, or doses 3 or whatever. Don't dot it. Just give it a single hard cast, and then retreat back into your healer stance here square. Okay, don't try to walk over to where the tank is standing or anything like that. Pull it over into your corner, wait for the tank to pull off of you, and then repeat. Okay, make sure you're healed up, make sure your tank is healed up, then pop out into the hallway, grab something else. In the event that two healers tag the same viscous clot, oh, I gotta rerun my macro. In the event that two healers tag the same viscous clot, don't fight for aggro. Let the viscous clot leave the hallway either with you or with the other healer that tagged it. Once that viscous clot is out of the hallway, then pick another viscous clot and then pull. Okay, it might happen a couple of times because the viscous clot spawn in waves of 3, and there are 4 of you. Okay, so invariably someone, the 2 healers will always like kind of pull the same one. Okay, if that happens, don't fight for aggro. The thing we want to prevent is like aggro ping pong in the hallway. This is why I'm asking you guys not to dot. Don't dot. So you pull with your stone, your whatever your stone analog spell, a single cast. Don't fight for aggro, because if that viscous clot stays in the hallway for too long, it's just gonna give up, and then it'll trigger fusion because there's gonna be other viscous clots next to it, and then once it fuses, it's just gonna grow up to +5 instantly and then explode. So to prevent that from happening, just a single cast of your glare or glare analog, and then pop back into your room rather, and then wait for your tank to pull off of you. All right, healers, if that was if you have any questions on what you need to do, please ask. For our tanks, as I mentioned earlier, healers will be fishing viscous clots from the hallway. So yeah, just pull the viscous clot off your healer as soon as you have line of sight. You're gonna bring that onto your pad. You're not gonna kill it. You're just gonna keep it on the pad. Your healer's gonna go out, fetch another one, bring that into your room. Again, you're gonna pull it off your healer, bait that second one onto the pad. As soon as more than one viscous clot is stacked on another viscous clot, they're gonna attempt to cast fusion. Let the fusion happen. Those 2 viscous clots will become a newly formed, slightly larger viscous clot with a new increasing number buff on it. Okay, it's going to say after the first merge, it's going to say +1. So each time you pull a viscous clot off your healer, bait it onto your pad, that number is going to increase. It should say +2, +3, +4. We're trying to grow these viscous clots on dead center on the circular pad. Once you reach +4, okay, and this is your count, you're looking at the buff with your eyeballs, and you see that the number 4 is there. Okay, don't try to count it out in your head because it's very, very easy to lose count. So look at that buff, make sure it says +4. Once you see that viscous clot is at +4, don't pull off your healer. Your healer is gonna bring one more into your room. Once your healer has brought one into your room and you are looking at a +4 buff on your viscous clot on the pad, you're gonna call out your room 4+1. So for example, since I'm standing north of Alpha, assigned to the northwest room, I would type out in Yell chat NW 4+1. Okay, what I'm communicating there is that I am looking at a +4 buff on the viscous clot that I am tanking on the pad, and my healer has brought one more into the room for me to pull off at a moment's notice. Okay, so make sure all 4 rooms call that out. Yep, there you go, just like that. All right, so once you reach that condition, call that out. Again, you're looking for the buff on your viscous clot. You're not counting out in your head, and then your healer has brought one into your room. Once you're like that in your room, call out your room 4+1. Okay, you're communicating that you're ready for final merge. Once all 4 rooms are at 4+1, I will call the following: all rooms are ready. Merge. Call rupture. So as soon as I start saying that whole thing, just instantly pull via like unmanned shield lob, lightning shot, tomahawk, whatever you got. Pull off your healer, bait that final viscous clot dead center on your pad. Observe the fusion cast, and then observe the final +5 viscous clot starting to cast rupture. As soon as you see the word rupture, type it out and shout chat rupture, and then we just commit to the exit process after that, which I'll go into in a few moments. Tanks, if you have any questions on what you need to do, if something was like kind of confusing, make sure you let me know so I can try to iron out any misunderstanding. Okay. All right, let's talk about DPS stuff. Actually, I don't have to because all of you have clear. Okay, well that's easy. Just remember, don't tag anything that the healer or tank is touching. Our DPS, just make sure you take position on the extreme outer corners of your respective rooms. Look for the sanguine clot. It's gonna drop somewhere near your tank. Just tag it. All 3 of you in your assigned room, tag it, pull it out to your corner, and then kill it in the corner. All right. Any DPS need a more detailed explanation than that? Please let me know. Quick explanation on hallway, sure. So since you asked, Cap, I'm going to explain this from your point of view. You and Sophia Lionheart are standing south of the Bravo marker, so you two will be responsible for the south end of the hallway. Occasionally, there's going to be a Bojin Knight that shows up right in front of the door. Just tag it and kill it where it stands, and then you just keep doing that. Yep. Okay, Billy Nog. Oh, okay. I didn't. Okay, that's my bad. I didn't see you were there. So Billy Naga, we're not doing what you're describing is hallway strat. So that's not what I'm asking for here. Here I'm asking for Sanguine Claws to be killed in the room. So you specifically, you're standing with me here north of the alpha marker. So we're going to go to the northwest room. That's the second door on the left. You and your two other DPS teammates that are standing right next to you are all going to take the northwest corner of the northwest room. You are looking for Sanguine Claws just like in hallway strat, but instead of pulling it out to the hallway, you're pulling it into that corner, and all three of you are going to be working on a single Sanguine Clot. All right, every time you see a Sanguine Clot drop from the ceiling, all three of you do the same motion. You all run out, tag the Sanguine Clot, pull it back to your corner, and then continue working on the Sanguine Clot you were already like working on before. Does that make sense? Okay. All folks, just if we happen to take the L here, okay, that's okay. Just it's not the worst thing in the world. Just kind of be patient as we iron out any issues here. All right, all team leads. You're not gonna pull green slimes if you're following instructions. You're not gonna pull green slimes because like you're not gonna pull it off the tank because the tank's gonna have tank stance on, and you're far away from the healer. If they happen to be in your room with a what do you call it, with a viscous clot. So as long as DPS, as long as you're tucked into the extreme outer corners, if you need to like if you're a dancer for example and like standard step or whatever is part of your rotation, then just go ahead and do it. Just make sure you're tucked all the way to the outside, but other than that, yeah, you're okay to AE. Yeah. Okay, with that out of the way, and all team leads, go ahead and run ready checks, please. Report when ready. All tanks, go ahead and turn on tank stance. Okay, Bravo is ready. Stand by for a ready check from Alpha and Charlie. Alpha is ready. Charlie is ready. All slime side is ready. Stand by while I coordinate the pull with Golem side. Did I miss it? Did they call it early? Golem side ready, okay. Yeah, sometime like if in that situation, I ask them to run it again just in case people like get up and walk off while they're waiting for me to hurry up or waiting for me to finish my stuff. Okay, we're waiting for a ready check on Golem side. Just kind of stay here. Don't go AFK. I'm assuming that's Hip responding to Laurent. All right, there it is. Stand by for countdown, 30 on the board. All right, let's get in front of the door. Make sure in the future, folks, don't get ahead until the countdown starts or until I give the instruction to go ahead of Alpha, just because like there might be like a last second thing that we don't start the countdown, so we don't want any accidental right clicks on the door. All right, so Very Greedy is going to be sweeping the hallway. Give Very Greedy enough space to do their job. Give your room tanks enough space to do their jobs. And here we go. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. Let's get it. Oh, you. Okay. Sure. Hallway's clear. Sanguine clots are out. Sanguine clots are out. Please tag them, pull them out. Or excuse me, pull them to the corners and kill them. I was about to say something else. I got it. Yep. Make sure your tank stances are on. Sanguine clots are out. Sanguine clots are out. Please tag them, pull them out to your corners, and kill them. Alright, good entry. I don't see anyone out of place. If someone is out of place, please bring it. Please call them out so they can correct themselves quickly. But otherwise, this is going according to plan. Very good. Sanguine clots are out. Sanguine clots are out. Please tag them, pull them out to the corners, and kill them. Alright, healers, don't forget to top off tanks. Don't forget to top off tanks. As these viscous clots grow, like tanks are going to take larger and larger autos, so it's pretty important that we stay topped off. Sanguine clots are out. Sanguine clots are out. Please tag them, pull them out to your corners, and kill them. Okay, at +3, +4 tanks, start rotating through your mitigation. Start with your rampart. When that runs out, switch to your 30. Don't reprisal. Sanguine clots are out. Sanguine clots are out. Please tag them, pull them out to your corners, and kill them. Copy on southeast. Copy southeast. Hold at 4. All right, northwest. 4 + 1. Holding at 4. Sanguine clots are out. Southwest, northeast. Copy southwest, northeast. All rooms are ready. Merge, merge, merge. Call rupture. Pull the final viscous clot off your healer. Bait it dead center on your circle. All right, everyone stand by in your rooms. Don't run out just yet. We don't want to start aggroing the stuff in the hallway right away. Stand by for the call of rupture. Rupture. Pop sprint out the north door. Everyone out the north door. Then go all the way to the east end of the bridge. If there is more bridge to your east, you are not east enough. Got it. Healers, when you get to the corner, rescue someone at random. Heal everyone up. Tanks, pop team mitigation, and brace for impact. You're wrong corner, up here. Not down there. Alright, excellent. Make sure everyone is connected to the game and alive before jumping on the jump pad. All jump pads are well, most jump pads are one way here, so we don't want to leave like disconnected dead people behind. Alright, Alpha looks clear. Go ahead and jump. Alright. Nice and smooth. Good job, everyone. Hippie, if you have another re-raiser in pocket, make sure you pop it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, whoever. So we do. It's I don't mention it often, but we do have a caller prog. So if there's folks who want to practice without my callouts here, then feel free to do that. All right. Welcome to Trinity Seeker. So, as opposed to Slime Side, I don't really have a whole lot to say here. I will cover one specific thing. Actually, very greedy. You want to tank? Actually, have you tanked this before? Have you tanked DRS before? You have? Okay. Is there any tank who wants to learn how to tank DRS? Okay, this is any prog. I'm not expecting a super expert. So if you want to come up here and get some first-hand experience, feel free to volunteer. Hazel? All right. Sounds good. Make sure you turn on your tank stance. All tanks except for Hazel. All tanks, make sure your tank stance is off here. All right, welcome to Trinity Seeker. Not a whole lot to talk about here. This is largely the same fight as in normal mode, just faster with fewer tells. All right, just assume the fight happens like it's like twice as fast. One thing I do want to explain is how I call out Fourfold Mercy. I call out by the markers on the safe side. I know it's not hip, okay. I know all the cool hosts do this front, back, side to side, you know, whatever. But you know, I'm a man of habit. All right, so I call this out on the safe sides. Oh, you do? Okay. No, it's fine. I'm actually not like I'm not like incredibly bitter or anything like that. But yeah, like I call out safe sides by the markers. So for example, for Fourfold Mercy, when it comes out, when the telegraph comes out, we're gonna see it 3 times from the middle. So I'm just gonna say like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 4, 2, 3, 1, you know, whatever, right? Like, I'm not telling folks to like run out and touch those markers. I'm just telling you like which way from the boss's like center point is safe. Okay, because if you can recall from the normal mode, the way that mechanic works is that TS is cleaving like halfway through the their hitbox in 4 different directions. Okay, in normal mode, you get a very long, relaxing telegraph to figure out how to dodge, and then maybe you can dodge it. All right, here it's pretty quick. All right, the telegraph, you don't get the ground AE like the hint. All right, it's just make sure that you're not standing where the sword telegraph is pointing. It resolves pretty quick. So that said, I'm just going to call it out by the markers. So just dodge towards those markers from the center of the hitbox. The amount of movement you need to do is this right here. All right. Awkward dance club 2-step. All right. Is all you need to do. Or if you like doing the electric slide, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, you can do it. It's electric. Okay. So this is all you need to do to dodge Fourfold Mercy. Anything more than that, and you're running the risk of getting clapped by a sword. We are going to see at least 1, maybe 2 off-center Fourfold Mercies, depending on DPS. So if it happens it's going to happen either dead north, south, east, or west of center. So for example, if it happens south, it won't always happen south, but if it happens south, callouts are going to sound something like this: 4, 3, Bravo, blank space. Or perhaps blank space, 3, Bravo, 4, something like that. Okay, when I say blank space, just imagine that there is a 4th virtual marker where I am jumping, knuckle free, and apply the call out logic accordingly, okay? It might not always happen south, but if it happens south, then that's what the call is going to sound like. All right, other than that, do what you think you need to do. Make sure you use your lost actions. Try to time it with your 2-minute burst window. If you don't know how to do that, just use them whenever you see them lit up, okay? Better to use them suboptimally than like not at all. And like, especially if you're here for the first time and you're focused on surviving, just use your lost actions and try to survive. Okay, being alive is more important than maxing out your deeps if you're here for the first time, or if you're just here for practice, right? Whatever. Okay. But other than that, that's all I got. Team leads, go ahead and run ready checks, please. Report when ready. Yeah, the closer you are, just like Lin Reikenjutsu said, the closer you are to the center of the boss, the easier it is to dodge. That is extremely, extremely true. True and fact. Bravo is ready. Alpha is ready. Foxtrot is ready. Delta is ready. Standing by for Charlie and Echo teams. Charlie is ready. Echo is ready. All teams are ready. Go ahead and pop food. Take a hit of your baked eggplant, your carrot pudding, your pumpkin ratatouille, your smoked chicken, whatever you got. Tank stance check. Only, Hazel Zadrada should have tank stance. Am I mispronouncing that, by the way? Hazel Zadrada. Alright, 30 seconds on the board. Stand by for countdown. 30 seconds on the board. Okay. Good luck, have fun, welcome to DRS proper. Alright. 15. 10, pop sprint, so we can get to the middle. And just keep it in the middle facing north when you engage. 3, 2, 1. Get in there. Alright. Make sure you use your potions. Alright, Raid Wide going out. Okay, fourfold coming out. Stand by for the call. Try to have base north after. There we go, thank you. So a little canted. Safe spots are 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Or for the cool kids, back, front, front. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that if I wanted to. 4, 1, 2. Look away from orb. Get away from flower. Look away from orb. Get away from flower. Stack up in the boss's hitbox. We have very much pushed the boss. Stack up in front in the hitbox. Don't rotate it. Just keep it there. Just keep it there. Tank stack up front where the front arrow is. And everyone else get behind now. This is a shared buster. Please stack and share. Stack and share. Okay, clear front. Only Hazel should be up front. Everyone else get behind. If anyone else is in front of Hazel, between Hazel and the boss, Hazel is dead. No damage going out during this. Very good. Okay, stay stacked up. Stay stacked up. Wait for the overhead chain to go away first before moving. Okay? Wait. We're gonna break chains and get behind the wall now. Break your chains, get behind the wall now. Get behind a wall now. Okay. Got some. Alright, that's fine. Get back in there. We're gonna dodge our first set of Ifrit dashes, okay? This is a Ifrit or Ravana mechanic. Hold your burst, please. We're gonna disengage in a moment. Okay, left side of the 1 marker. And then we're gonna dodge towards 2. Get behind the wall at 2. Behind the wall at 2. Behind the wall at 2. Right behind the wall. Alright, back out. Line on 2. This is a stack mechanic. Don't take a lonely laser to the face. Line on 2, including main tank, for future reference. Yep. And actually stay stacked with us, Hazel. Stay stacked with us so we can bait this triple laser that's about to come out. Stack up tight right in front of the boss. Stack up tight. You want to bait this triple laser into a tight thing here. Alright, just walk out of that. Just walk out of that. We are on sand. Please be on sand. And we have pushed the boss after this, so Hazel, just keep it face the whatever direction. Okay, inner cardinal of the boss. Inner cardinal of the boss. Get inner cardinal now. It is rotated 45 degrees. Just to kind of be mindful of that. Alright, very good. It's gonna jump back to the middle. Have it face north. Have it face north. Or south. Doesn't matter. Just stay in place. You're already there. Just stay in place. Okay, we're going left side of 3. Left side of 3. This is our second Ifrit dash. When we come back, it's going to be 4, 2, 1, 3. 4, 2, 1, 3. 4, 2, 1, 3. Starting with 4, 2, 1, 3. Look away from orb. Get away from flower. Look away from orb. Get away from flower. Stack up tight after flower. Stack. Break your chains. Then return to the middle for mitigation and healing. Or actually return to the boss for mitigation and healing. This is a raid wipe coming out. Just stay there. Hazel, just point it out. You're gonna take a buster. Just point it out. Just point it out. Out. Okay, mitigate this. It hits kind of hard. Or just have the boss miss, that's fine too. Okay, there's going to be a 4-fold sandwich. Alright, so this kind of candid is going to be 3, 2, excuse me, front, back. 3, 2, 1, 4. Start on sand first, then 3, 2, 1, 4, then stone. 2, 1, 4. Be on stone. One more random sand or stone. Be on stone, stone, stone. Look away from orb. Get away from flower. Look away from orb. Get away from flower. Dodge the grid first before dodging the laser. Alright. Alright, Ray White, try to yeah, have it face out, just so like the safe spot's not like in an awkward position. Just have it faced out. Okay. And yeah, get inside the boss's hitbox, or just don't be on the side. This is a hot ring, so like front and back is still safe. All right, good job. Really good deep. Really good deeps. Stay here. Stay here. Let's have our duelist Vera, or excuse me, yeah, Vera Vespar is sweeping for traps. There's 3 in that room and then 3 in the hallway. Everyone else stay here. We are resolving deaths. For our healers, as a reminder, make sure you are observing the res protocol. Okay. Stand on the body first before slotting in Lost Arise. Do not slot in Lost Arise without an actual target for resurrection beneath your feet. When you run out of charges on your current Lost Arise, step off the body and give another healer a crack at resing. We don't want a single healer to like blow through all of their Lost Arise early just to have nothing later on. Want to spread out the resource utilization as evenly as we can. Alright, yeah, everyone else mindfully, manually make your way to Dahu. Do not auto-run. Do not auto-brain. When you get to Dahu, hit F1. Or actually, excuse me, I shouldn't say that. Target yourself. On keyboard and mouse, by default, it's F1. Control player, I guess, like, hit up or down on your D-pad. Don't target Dahu, though. Otherwise, we lose the duel. Like, just automatic lose the duel. What's going on, Tello? Why are you in the ground? Are you protesting? Are you not having fun? Actually, I shouldn't stand on the body. Yep, sometimes it be like this, right? Alright, there you go. We're up. Good job. Alright, I don't think anyone else is dead. Let's go ahead. Buff team for Vera Vespar, so that is... Or actually, do you even need buffs, Vera? Or you want to just go for it? You good? Yeah, if you want to just go at will, then that's up to you. Alright, Duelist has departed. We are waiting for the duel to start. Yeah. Yeah, you don't need no buffs. You don't need buffs for the duel. I mean, it's nice. But yeah, not a big deal. What's that? So okay, so I'm gonna put these markers down. I just want to mention that I have these markers in a specific position because this is where the dogs will land after the after they dash around. So guaranteed, if you get marked for Spit Flame, just go to a marker that matches the number over your head. All right, so let's talk about some mechanics. As I just mentioned, Spit Flame mechanic. If you get like 4 people will get randomly targeted for Spit Flame at least 2, maybe 3 points in this fight, depending on DPS. But I think just 2. Just whatever number you have over your head, just go to the marker that matches the number over your head. So 1 goes to 1, 2 goes to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4, just like that. All right. After the second time we see that, tanks, just be ready to handle a flare mechanic. It is a tank buster, so make sure you mitigate. But get knocked away to 3 or 4. Okay, take your flares to 3 or 4, and everyone else will go to 1 or 2, whatever is open. All right. If we have like a weird situation where we only have one safe spot, then tanks just go the other way of the safe spot. Pop in, Vuln, and pray that you survive. All right, and that's all I got. Get in front of the purple line if you are ready to go. Not checking for food, not checking for shell, not doing a full ready check. Also conserve your last action usages here. Want to have enough for. Want to save those precious lost action charges for actual enraging encounters. And Dahu is not an enraging encounter. This is just a glorified trash mob. All right, standing by for the map. Whenever you're ready, just get in front of the line. Okay, Hazel, just pull whenever. No need for a countdown. This is a trash mob. All right. Dodge the stuff on the ground. There's going to be some puddles. 5 waves of 3. Focus on the fight at hand, please. Alright, double dash. Get out of the way. It's going up north. It's coming back somewhere down south. And then 90-degree conal after this dash. Alright, just get out of the way of that. Alright, after it goes out, bring it back to the middle. If you would be so kind. Alright. Have it face north. Yep, thank you very much. Alright, lions are out. Numbers soon to follow. Get out from underneath Dahu. Make sure you have visibility over your noggin. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Please get in position now. Okay, I think we're missing... Yep. Okay. Shockwave coming out. Right, then left. Okay. Get knocked to a safe spot that are numbered individuals open for us. If you know the secret Jitsu, feel free to do it. Roar, gap close. Yeah, got it. Alright, 5 breaths, 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming up next is a long tank buster. It's a ad phase long tank buster. Or excuse me, treat this like a long tank buster, high healing on tank. And for our main tank, just double up on your mitts. Just pop both Rampart and your 30%. And try to bait them so that they're all stacked up in the middle if you can. Not a critical thing, but it's nice to have. And then everyone else just kill these mobs as they come out. There's 2 more up. Please kill them. All right, good job. All right, repeating pattern. 1 set of puddles, 1 set of shockwave, 1 set of numbers in that order. Puddles coming out. Stand by for shockwave. Or not. That was a quick kill. Alright, people were using their actions on that. That's fine. Like, I'm not going to tell you how to play the game, but yeah, it's not really necessary there. Alright, make sure you loot your personal spoils. If you forgot to loot anything at either the end of TS or bottom of the stairs after Slimes and Golems, this is your last chance to get it. So, you know, if you didn't loot something, then make sure you go get it now before you jump down, because this is a one-way jump pad. Sarah Strikes Infinite, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, like, I think the requirements to participate does cover using lost actions for trash mobs, but you know, not really necessary these days just because of like Valor stacks and stuff. And that they don't enrage, so I don't know, I'm trying to save people some resources, that's all. I'm not going to stop someone from bringing like multiple lost excellences and doing shenanigans. That's up to you guys. As long as the requirements are met, I don't really care what other people do. All right, let's have all tanks come up front. All tanks come up front. All right. I shall inform our learning tank Hazel about wipe caveat in a few moments here. Let's have you do this. Or no, let's have you do this. Have you do this. This. Actually, Rourke, have you main tanked this? Nope. Okay. I keep passing over you because I keep thinking that you've done this before. So you'll be East tank. I don't need to tank this. All right. So Hazel, there's some a little bit high stress, a little bit of things you can do here that you might potentially wipe the raid if you handle it wrong. So I'm just gonna kind of drop this on you as gently as possible. Okay. But you're as Hex 1, you're gonna be the West tank. I'll actually shadow you, so hopefully between the two of us, we won't explode the raid. But there are some wipe caveats here to kind of be mindful of as the West tank. So when you're tanking the Knight, it's possible that the Knight will force us to dodge towards the Warrior. If that happens, that's gonna be during the Sword Omen where it does this like circular slash. If that happens, you want to gap close back to the Knight immediately after the sword omen swings. As soon as you see the cast finish, just get back to the Knight. If you don't do that, the Knight is going to walk towards you, and since we'll all be towards the Warrior, the Knight's going to go to the Warrior. It'll tether, and then the raid wide will kill everyone. So that's the first way. That's the first way to kill the raid, as the West tank. The second way to kill the raid as the West tank is when you're tanking the Soldier during the second phase. When the Gunner mechanic comes out, you want to wait for the 3/4 like Mustadio ring to show up before moving towards the safe spot. All right, that means like I'm gonna call like where the safe spot is. Don't just auto brain start running there because that Soldier will follow you, and if the safe spot happens to be like on the other side of where the Gunner is, then the Soldier will follow you, tether to the Gunner, and then possibly explode right away after the mechanic resolves. So other than that, just do what you need to do as a tank. All right, so let's talk about tank responsibilities here. Oh, before I go into that, or actually, hold on, I still need to assign a chain too. Are we is there another tank that I can? Yeah, there you go. All right, there it is. Yeah, pull Warrior between one. What? Yes. Yeah, that's okay. So to answer a question in party chat, from Hex 2. Yeah. So as far like when you're pulling a mob down the wall, I'm targeting myself. When you're pulling a mob down the wall to get it into like against the wall, you want to pull it like towards the wall and then like drag it down the wall so that it's like in position as far towards the wall as possible. That goes for both sides. So like when you're tanking the Warrior, since you asked that, you know to drag it down the wall, and then for Hazel, when it's your turn to drag the Soldier to Delta during the second phase, you want to move, like you want to pull it towards the wall here and then like drag it up so that it lands on Delta. You don't want to like move yourself to Delta. I mean, you can, but just if you want to create more like of a safety margin, then you want to do that movement so it's like right up against the wall. And Gunner is at the center. That is correct. Yes. To answer Rourke's question. All right. As far as tank stuff goes, or before I do that, let me ask for our reflectors and dispellers to call out what they're reflecting. Copy link. All right. So I'm looking for a single reflector from all 6 parties. And you're going to be reflecting according to the plan that I put in raid text chat. And then 2 dispellers for the entire raid. Doesn't matter what party you're from. And I'll check that in a few moments. Let me talk about tank stuff real quick. So all tanks at this point in time, go ahead and turn on your tank stance. We're all going to turn on our tank stance and gaggle threat these 4 mobs at the end of the countdown. Okay. we'll just kind of like fight for aggro, kind of keep them in the middle as best as we can, so our teammates can like AE spam them down to like 80%. Once they hit 80% or like enough time passes, they're just gonna jump away. All tanks except for Hex 1 and Hex 2 will turn tank stances off. All right, at that point, only Hex 1, Hex 2 will maintain their tank stance. Hex 1 is generally west tank. Hex 2 is generally east tank. So whatever the west mob is going to be Hazel's. Whatever the east mob is going to be for Ruark. For the first phase, Knight will be tanked in the middle. Warrior will be tanked on Bravo on the east wall. For the second phase, it's going to be Soldier and Gunner. Hazel will be tanking the Soldier on Delta. And then Ruark will be tanking the Gunner in the middle of the arena. Alright. And then for our chain and target to ignore folks, you guys are responsible for the aura spheres at the very end of the fight. They're going to show up one at a time. 2 total for both north and south, 4 total for the entire fight, but they're going to pop up one at a time, both at north and south. So the chain folks are going to handle the north set. 1s go first, 2s go second, and then target to ignore folks are handling the south. Again, 1 goes first, 2 goes second, but for the south aura sphere. For aura sphere tanks, you want to establish and maintain aggro as soon as your aura sphere shows up. When it dies, hopefully you're at top aggro. When it dies, you want to pop your invuln because you're going to be absorbing a smite or something. It's going to be like an orange marker over your head. You just want to invuln that because it's trap level of damage. So you don't want to try to mess around with like mitigating that unless you know exactly what you're doing. But yeah, you're probably going to die if you do that if you don't know what you're doing. So just pop your invuln and then turn off your tank stance when you're done. And then number 2 tanks are going to turn on their tank stance. We're going to do some damage on the bosses. And then north and south aura spheres will show up again. That's going to be for number 2 tanks. All right. All tanks, if you have any questions, please let me know. Let's see, reflect and yeah, it hurts more than a trap. Yeah, I know it's like pretty painful. I just don't remember off the top of my head, but it's like I couldn't live. I tried using my mitts for it once, and I had to pop everything. But yeah, if tanks are trying to learn how to do that without invuln, then I suggest pop your invuln and then do all your mitts and then figure out how you live through that. Anyway, Delta, Bravo, Foxtrot, Reflect, Echo, Reflect. Did Alpha and Charlie call? Let me see. Alpha Reflect, there it is. Charlie Reflect. See, don't know what to do. I'll let you know. Okay, I'm assuming you're calling for Charlie Reflect. Let's get 2 individuals to call for Dispel. There should be 2 Dispellers for first phase. Then doesn't matter to me who it is, just call it out. Do you move to auto turret or stay at center with the gunner? So to answer Ruark's question, when your turret comes out, you're going to move to the turret. Just establish aggro on your turret when it comes out, and then yeah, just pop your invuln halfway through the sniper shot. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, our Hex 1 and Hex 2 tanks during the second phase of the fight, there's going to be a pair of turrets that show up. Hex 1 is taking the west turret since you're west tank. Hex 2 is taking the east turret since you're east tank. What you want to do is establish aggro quickly. When you see a sniper shot halfway through the cast, that's when you pop your invuln because it's a very long cast. You don't want to pop your invuln too early and then have it fade off and then sniper shot lands and then you die. So I want to try to limit that from happening. But yeah, that's a tank assignment for invulns and stuff. Yeah, I mean you can if you have to move towards the turret Ruark, then just move towards the turret, and then once you're done doing whatever you need to do, just move your gunner back to the middle if necessary. Like you can make those kinds of small corrections. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So Hazel, since you're west tank, during the second phase of this fight, wiggle check, by the way, don't get AFK kicked. Since you're West tank during the second phase of this fight, there's going to be a gun turret that shows up. You want to provoke, spam your threat tool on the gun turret, and then halfway through the sniper shot is when you want to pop your invuln. But yeah, that's what your invuln is for. Does that answer your question? Okay. Alright, since I didn't see anyone called Dispel, I'm gonna ask for Jules Tiamat is going to be first Dispel, and then let's see here. Xiao Yu, did you call Echo Reflect? You did. So let's have Laurent Damador is going to be second Dispel. So Jules Tiamat, Laurent Damador, please confirm in Yell chat that you will be handling Dispel for the first part of this fight. Alright, I see Laurent. And Jules Tiamat. Alright, yeah. Since we didn't get any volunteers, so you two are it. Alright, so with regards to Dispel, during the first phase of this fight, Queen's Warrior will be casting boost. Just use your Dispel to get rid of that boost. You have like a 5-second window to get it done. You're going to see that a maximum of 4 times throughout the first phase of the fight. So that's it. Just make sure the boost is dispelled as soon as I call it out. And that's it. Alright, some general mechanics notes here. Before I go into that, let's talk about reflecting, because we do have one new reflector. So, I think it's Charlie Reflect that got called out. You're new. So make sure you take a look at Raid Text Chat and Discord, Luffy. You're reflecting the Charlie set of orbs. So during the end of the fight, not right now, not at the beginning, but at the end of the fight, you're going to be reflecting a pair of orbs. There's going to be 12 orbs that show up on the field. You are assigned 2 of them. They're both in the northeast corner. So get to one of your orbs. When you see the orb show up, just reflect yourself. Stand next to one of the orbs. You're going to reflect its damage back to it. You want to stand inside of like the blast radius with reflect on your person, and then just reflect the damage back to that orb. Once you've done that, move to the other orb that you're also assigned to, and then reflect that damage back to that orb. Okay, you're gonna do that once. We're gonna do some damage on the bosses, and then there's gonna be another reflect mechanic. It's the same thing. You do it the same way. Reflect one, reflect the other, and then that's it. So expect to reflect a maximum of 4 orbs. C3 or yeah. Oh, I mean, it's not either or, it's both. So there's going to be 12 orbs on the field total. There are 6 reflectors, so you each are assigned 2 orbs. Does that make sense? Reflect is a GCD, that is correct. Is it in order? No. It's not in order. I mean, they're going to show up at the same time, so you just pick. Just stand next to one, reflect it, stand next to another, reflect it. Like, I know there's like an arrow there, but that's not like a requirement of the mechanic itself. Just those 2 orbs up there are your responsibility. So just make sure you reflect, like cast reflect on yourself, stand next to one of them, then stand next to another one. Yeah. Yep. And also, if you happen to die, make sure you yell it out during the fight that you are down, right? Specifically, say like Charlie Reflect is down, right? If you personally die and you're responsible for something, make sure you call it out in yell chat, just to give us a chance to like be aware of it, so we can like plan accordingly, right? Like, we can't, if we don't know like someone is dead and they can't do their reflect, then like that reflect mechanic just gets like ignored, and then we take damage downs and stuff. So, and take a lot of damage besides. So just, if anyone here like assigns something, goes down, just make sure you let the team know, let the raid know by yelling it out. Okay, don't say I'm down. Make sure you say like Charlie Reflect down, or Dispel down, or second, or like Chain 2 tank down, or something like that. Okay, whatever. Let us become aware of your situation so we can plan accordingly. All right. A few general notes on mechanics. Make sure you don't Get AFK kick, by the way. Wiggle check if necessary. Yeah, there it is. So a few general mechanic notes. For bomb mechanic, the mnemonic is a double or nothing, go big. So in this fight, both you and the bombs can get tethered. So kind of like the shorthand that we use is double or nothing, go big. If you and the bombs are tethered, you are always going to big bomb. That's double. If neither you nor the bombs are tethered, you're also going to big bomb. That's nothing. Double or nothing, go big. In every other situation, you go to small bomb. All right. I'll call it out during the fight, but if for some reason you don't hear me call it out, that's what you need to do. Double or nothing, go to big. For Mustad, there's like a Mustadio mechanic in the second part of this fight. You use the 3/4 safety ring for two sources of damage. All right. You first want to point your hole towards the gunner that's going to be in the middle, where Rourke's going to be tanking it. The gunner will shoot queen shot first, so you want to aim your opening towards the gunner in the middle first, and then rotate immediately towards a turret on the east or west sides. So I'm going to paste a picture here, copy link. In raid text chat, if you're not aware of how what the turret lines look like, take a look at raid text chat. They do overlap slightly, so you want to be decisively in front of one. And then you want to point your hole towards the gunner in the middle first, and then immediately rotate after you see the queen shot damage. After you take that damage, just rotate immediately to face the turret that you're in line with, okay? If you're kind of ambiguously between two turret lines, then you're going to get shot by two. So you just make sure that doesn't happen. And stand directly in front of one. Only one. Alright, everything else, just kind of play it by ear. Use your lost actions here. Time it. Try to time it with your 2-minute burst windows, and just like TS. If you don't know how to do that, then just use them whenever you see them lit up. We're gonna start with a AE kind of spam after the countdown, so don't count on doing your standard opener. So I would suggest popping your lost actions right away when we start. Okay. Final note for Steel Sting and Spellforge. This is the fight to have it on. All right. If you are like a Reflector or Dispeller and you already popped those skills, then don't overwrite those because you still need those. But do get Steel Sting and Spellforge on. If you have to lose damage action to make that happen, then make it happen. Okay. Start giving your teammates Steel Sting or Spellforge during the countdown. Once the 30-second countdown starts, start casting that on your teammates. Okay. Spellforge goes on your tanks and physical damage dealers. Steel Sting goes on your healers and casters. All right, there's some jobs that require one or the other. If you don't know what those are, just give it to everyone and let your teammates sort it out, okay? For everyone, especially controller users, there is a macro that is useful to have. Here, let me copy this text, paste it here. There you go. So I just pasted it in raid text chat. If you need the macro, that's what it is. Go ahead and get that on. But that will remove like any of the Steel Sting or Spellforge buffs. So if we happen to call that the bosses go invuln to like physical damage and you have Steel Sting, you can hit that macro and it'll get rid of whatever you have, regardless if it's Steel Sting or Spellforge. All right. That's all I got. If there are any questions, please ask. Otherwise, team leads, go ahead and run ready checks and report when ready. All team leads, go ahead and run ready checks, please. Report when ready. Foxtrot ready. Alpha ready. Can you get a quick refresh on the procedure for Knight and Soldier so I don't wipe the raid? Okay, yeah. When you're tanking the Knight, bring it to the middle and keep it there. And that's pretty much it. The raid wipe caveat is if the Knight forces us to dodge towards the Warrior, as soon as the Sword Omen, like as soon as you see the cast is finished, just gap close back to the Knight. It's like a 1 in 8 chance of happening. Yeah. Like you always want to be on the Knight in the middle, but specifically for that mechanic, sometimes the tank on the Knight will kind of stay too long at the Warrior. and then like Knight get goes right back to the Knight, and then the Knight just walks over to the Warrior. But like I said, I'll shadow you, so like if you happen to not handle that, then I'll try to guarantee that works out. Alpha is ready, Foxtrot's ready, Delta, Bravo, Charlie, Echo. All teams are ready. Go ahead and pop food, please. Pop food. Like hit your baked eggplant. Tank stance check. All tanks, go ahead and turn on your tank stance. Again, we're gonna fight for aggro in the middle. Stand by for countdown. 30 on the board. All right, Steel Sting Spellforge is out. Once again, use your lost actions right away, and then as the fight progresses, just use them at your discretion. Try to time it with your burst windows. Go 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Raid Wise are going out. Your 15-second mitigation should cover both of them. Both hits. Alright. Tank stances off, except for Hex 1, Hex 2. All tanks turn off your tank stance. Let's get that Warrior to Bravo first. Then Knight to the middle. Let's get that Knight to the middle. Alright. We are in Steel Sting. Please give our tank Steel Sting. And then give everyone else Steel Sting. Hazel, you want to bring this to the middle? If you can, please. Spam your threat tool if you need to secure aggro. Okay, first bomb mechanic. This is Sword Omen. You're gonna find your safe bomb out on the edge. Bombs are tethered. Tethers will be going to big. Double or nothing, go big. Tethers to big out on the edge. Tethers to big out on the edge. Do not be in line with the Knight. Don't be in the middle. Be out on the edge. Alright, get back in there. Oh, tether folks are gonna land first when you land, run to a bomb that just exploded. Wait for the second explosion to hit. Got a little ahead of myself there. Alright, now get back in there. Knight is very high. They need to die at the same time. Warrior is boosting. Please dispel Warrior now. Please dispel Warrior now. Raid Whites are going out. Please mitigate. Knight is very high. Knight is very, very high. They need to die at the same time. Alright. Let's get it back down even. Okay, this will be Tethers to Wind, followed by Find the Safe Quarter. If you get tethered, you are going to Swirly Wind Puddle. So if you're tethered right now, you're going to Swirly Wind Puddle. If not, you're going to Sparkly Gravity. Tethers to Wind now. Knight is casting Sword Omen. Find the safe quarter and go away. South, far south, far south, far south. Alright, get back in there. Raid Wise are going out. Dispel Warrior, please, by the way. Dispel Warrior, Dispel Warrior. Warrior was okay, dispelled in time, I think. I think that was okay. Alright, Tank Busters going out. Warrior's a little high, so make sure they die at the same time. Raid White, this is a enrage cast. Alright, good job. Good job. Let's get the soldier to the wall first. On Delta, please. Going to the middle. Okay. If you have to like spam your threat tool to get aggro, then just make that happen. Alright. Small balls turn the frogs, follow the frogs one jump. They will create a safe spot between them. Hazel, make sure you don't move until you get the 3/4 circle. Okay, your safe spot will be towards 3. Yes, towards 3. Alright, get in position, aim your opening towards the gunner in the middle first. Turret on the side, turret on the side. Okay. Get back in, critical rolls. If you died, please say something. Tank Busters on tanks. Oh, Hazel is down. Okay, I got it. Not bad. Alright, I'll cover West Tank. Roger that, thank you. Alpha healers, be advised, both of your tanks are tanking, so adjust accordingly. Alright, there's gonna be turrets. So gun turrets are gonna come out. East and west tanks, go ahead and secure threat on gun turrets. Kill these gun turrets. I'm gonna. Oh, someone moved the boats. Alright, good enough. Raid wides are going out. Raid wides are going out. Alright, both turrets are killed. There's gonna be hot or cold. If it's hot, it's pyretic. If it's cold, keep moving. Okay, stand by for the call. Hazel, go ahead and provoke whenever. Alright, hit F1 on your keyboard. Put your controllers down. Think about how your day's going. Wait for pyretic to fall off. Clear. Get back in the fight. Critical rolls. If you die, please say something. Alright, you got it. I turned off my tank stance. Okay, reflectors. Get your reflect skill slotted in if you're using the skill. Okay, all tanks except for number 1 chain, number 1 ignore, target to ignore. Turn your tank stances off except for you two. So our target, our number 1 tanks turn on tank stance. Secure threat on your aura sphere. When it dies, you pop your invuln and turn off your tank stance. Pop your invuln, turn off tank stance. Yeah, almost. Alright, Charlie, reflect. Just make sure you cover both reflects next time. Don't get parried, don't get reflected. Number 2 tanks turn on tank stance. Stand by for a second aura sphere. Or not? Yeah. Okay. That died a little quickly, so didn't have enough time to even think about calling LB3. Let's get our dead folks up. And make sure you loot your 2 chests, your second chest, courtesy of your raid duelist, Vera Vespar. Sorry, Dan. That's okay. That's okay. If I wanted perfection, I would have asked for it. Like, this is any prog. You're good. If you're learning something, if you're getting experience, that's really the better outcome. The more important thing. Okay, per instructions earlier, hit Malo. Thank you for coming. Just make sure you bring a pure essence next time. Go ahead and depart instance because we're not gonna res you. Yeah, unfortunately, your team couldn't keep you through that. Yeah, just no harm. Just like I said earlier, no harm, no foul. Just just come prepared next time. And that goes for like any newbie. Like it's just like sometimes. You try your best to follow instructions, and it's just like you don't quite get everything right. Like that's okay. Just show up next time a little bit more prepared. All right. Welcome to Phantom. Let's where's Vera Vespar? We're gonna have Vera pick which side we go to. Or not Vera Vespar, excuse me, Hazel. I'm meant to say the main tank, not the duelist. Main tank. Yeah, I meant to say main tank. Oh, you're over on 4. Okay, I see you jumping there. All right, thank you to all tanks, by the way, for tanking previous fight. Thank you all healers for doing your flex and dispels and whatnot. All right, looks like we're gonna pull over to 4 today. So tank stance check. All tanks, go ahead and disengage your tank stance. Turn off your tank stance. Oh, Temulan playing a dangerous game, just cutting through the middle there. All right, didn't pull. That's fine. Okay, so what's about to happen? We're gonna pull Phantom over to 4, and then like we're gambling on uptime basically. So, yeah. Without further ado, feel free to pull whenever, really. Yeah. Oh, what's this? You're not pulling over to 4? No betters. All right, Ray Wide going out. Okay, we are looking for Circle Donut. I wanted to gamble on uptime, but it's fine. This is kind of cool. Uptime, right? If it's 4, which it is. So the believers in 4 get to win today. Okay, we're walking with this donut. It's slightly faster than in normal mode, okay? Is that the trick? Do I have to, like, not commit? Alright, just walk with this donut. Don't fall behind. Don't get ahead. Don't walk into the death wall at the end. Okay, we are waiting for Charlie to stop flashing. It's going to flash one more time. Alright, get in Charlie, please. Get out of the way of this exo flare that's showing up. Okay, we're going to stay here for many autos. No, you come back here. Come back here. I know where you're going. Alright, we're going to wait for Delta to flash 3 times. And then we're going to move into Delta. See, observe that pattern on the far wall. It's always this pattern. So we're waiting for Delta to flash 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Switch lanes. We're going to stand. We're waiting for Charlie to flash 3 times. Then we're going to go back into Charlie. 1, 2, 3. Switch lanes. Now it's time for ad phase. Alright. Healers, please heal up the Misty Wraiths. Everyone else, please kill the Bloody Wraiths. Okay. Don't assume that the other target is being handled, by the way. If your target is resolved, move towards anything else that happens to be up. If you are heal capable, please help out healing if you see anything that needs to be healed. Okay, one more Bloody Wraith is up here. Alright, interrupt the middle, please. There you go. Feel free to build up gauge if you want. Not that big of a deal. Alright, our sweep 2 is Bacon Mage after this. There are traps up ahead, so don't just auto brain up there and get exploded. Alright, good job. Make sure you loot this chest. Fragment of Loss with a possible Fragment of Deception. Ooh, I won the lottery. Alright, there are traps up ahead. If you don't know where the traps will spawn, then don't go blindly running in. Wait for the perception to happen. Alright, go slow if you don't know where the traps actually show up. Okay, there's another trap in the hallway, right? Mindfully, manually make your way down to TA. Do not auto run. Do not auto brain. Don't take blind corners, especially after the stairwell. There's a trap right inside of that little alcove there. Don't vector towards the trap. Just assume that you're going to lag at the worst possible moment. So if you're like moving towards the trap and you frame skip, then you're going to find yourself having popped that trap already. Okay, so just be careful of that, because that does happen a little bit more often than I would like to see. It's like every time I cross this line here, I get a frame skip. Oh, not today, I guess. Sometimes I do, though. Often I do. All right, I'm going to call for a bio break here. So hopefully you're not like, you haven't been holding it in if you had to go to the bathroom, but we're going to take a 5-minute here. So I'll be right back. All right, coming back. Yeah, don't. So to answer Jules's question, don't just leave your Lost Rise on. Like all healers should have Lost Shell on, so no single person should feel like they have to do like everything, right? You've got DRS is a team effort. Like I don't say that to be like like Mimi or try to sound like a CEO or something like that. It just like it really is a team effort. So don't no one should be here thinking that they have to do every piece of utility. Like that's not the idea. Like there are 12 like healers or pseudo healers. Like all of you have Lost Shell on, so we only really need it for 2 fights in here. Yeah, someone's already giving out shells, so that's fine. All right, few more moments. All right, there it is. Wiggle check. So 5 minutes have passed. Team leads, go ahead and run a ready check, if you would, please. What's this? What's this C marker for? Does someone need that marker for something? Okay. Oh, by the way, this ready check, this is not for the pull. This is for just to make sure that people are back from bio break. All right. This is my marker set here. All right. If someone is cleared, by the way, just count, and they don't respond to ready check, just count them here for the purposes of this particular check, because all I'm checking here is that someone who needs explanations is here to receive it. All right. Like if there's like a first timer and they're still like AFK bio, then like that's the thing that I want to find out. But it's okay if like cleared folks like don't listen to this. That's fine because they already know what's up. All right, Echo good, Charlie good, Foxtrot good. I think Alpha's all here. Bravo and Delta. Stand by for a call from Bravo and Delta. 1 BRB. Okay. If your BRB has cleared already, you can tell by the prefix. It has missing but cleared. Yeah, that's fine then. If the Bravo person has cleared already, then just count them as here. They're here. Okay, cool. All right, let's talk about some TA stuff. So let me pull up my full host plan. Go to TA. All right. So I'm not going to do a full fight breakdown. I will go over a few call out related things and like major mechanics. So, sword call outs. If this is, by the way, if this is your first time, I always forget to say this right away, but if this is your first time here, and like what I'm saying doesn't make sense because you don't have like experience to kind of frame what I'm telling you, then like that's okay. Just try to remember what I'm saying as best as you can. Hopefully the information will click during the fight, like in a moment of serendipity or something like that, right? But otherwise, just try to remember what I'm saying, and hopefully that you can remember this when the time comes. Sword call outs. So during the sword mechanic, there's only going to be one tile that will be like not hit by any cleaves. Just like in normal mode, you need to resolve your overhead temperature to be at neutral, or excuse me, to be you need to mess with your overhead temperature. Let me just say it like that. So you need to get hit by exactly one sword each time it goes out. So the way you do that safely is by getting to the safe spot. So I'll call out like 1, 2, 3, or 4, whatever. You find the sword that you need to get hit by. You look around because there's going to be 4 clones up. You look around, find the sword you need to get hit by. Whichever way that sword is pointing, you go in that direction. Okay, it's always going to be a cardinal direction: north, south, east, or west. If you go diagonal to whatever the safe spot is, you're going to get hit by 2 swords, and you're going to die. So you want to make sure that you find the safe spot, or just wait until I call it out, and then go north, south, east, or west of that safe spot to receive your sword hit. If you need to get hit by a sword, okay. and that is sword callouts. Let's talk about elemental brand. For the first half of this fight, just like in normal mode, you want to resolve your overhead temperature to be at neutral, 0, just like in normal mode. For the second half of this fight, for the second 3 weapon sequences, you're going to be dealing with an extra savage only mechanic called Elemental Brand. TA is going to cast Elemental Brand. After the cast resolves, you're going to get a debuff. Make sure you know where your debuffs are, and that you're looking at them to resolve this mechanic. Okay, you're going to get a debuff that says like -1 cold brand or +2 hot brand, something like that. Okay, it might not exactly be that, but it's going to be something like that. That is different from your overhead temperature. Your overhead temperature has nothing to do with that brand. They can have like completely different temperatures or whatever. So there's no overhead like indicator for this elemental brand either. So you need to look at your debuff area and identify what that debuff that you get is. If you need to mouse over it, then mouse over it. But yeah, so what that is you want to finish whatever we're doing to be opposite your elemental brand. So for the first half of this fight, as I mentioned earlier, you want to resolve your overhead temperature to neutral. For the second half, you want to resolve your overhead temperature to be opposite whatever that brand is, because at the very end of the mechanic, that brand will apply and it needs to be canceled out by whatever's over your head. That's how that works. All right, let's talk about quick march. So there's exactly 3 quick march mechanics in this fight. The first 2, you want to start from the 3 marker that's like right underneath where TA is hovering over. You want to start from there, point your quick march towards the thing that will not kill you, and then let quick march take you there. The third time you see quick march is going to be during the second bow pattern. So what you're going to do is use that quick march, get 2 squares away from where your arrow will land, and then let quick march take you into the square that you want to wind up in to receive your arrow hit. And that's how that works for the third one. And that's it. This is a pretty notorious fight, high death rate. If this is your first time here, and like what I said doesn't make any sense to you, then yeah, just kind of roll with it. This is a fight that's best learned by just kind of doing it firsthand and taking the hits as necessary. A few notes: TA is hard. Don't expect this to be a cakewalk easy fight. If this is your first time here, listen to callouts and do what you think you need to do. If you die here, it is not the end of the world. Just relax, don't get flustered, and learn from your death. If this is your first time here, and you take the L at the first temperature mechanic, and you're like, oh man, I only survived for 30 seconds, don't be embarrassed, okay? Because we've all been there. Sometimes I have those days, and I just die at the first color mechanic. Don't get so stressed out or embarrassed that you stop paying attention. That's the important thing, okay? You're still here, fight's still going on. Just stay cool, look around, try to learn what you can from the ground, and we'll try to get you up with LB if we can. All right, if we wipe here, then we wipe, no big deal. We'll hop back out of the instance and try again. Or excuse me, we will not try again. I will not do an encore run. So just if that happens, then thank you for coming, and there's more DRS runs in the future, like on other DRS servers and on ABBA tomorrow. So just kind of look out for those. All right, that's all I got. Team leads, go ahead and run ready checks, please. Report when ready. This is the ready check prior to the poll. Oh, one more thing. I think I forgot the some other stuff here. We can still ready check though. Aether Shield tanks, which is myself in my party, because that's what I said earlier. Aether Shield tanks, go ahead and get your Aether Shield on your bar. Pseudo tanks, get Stone Skin 2. We're going to be doing Aether Shield and Stone Skin 2 on every glory of Bozja cast. If you happen to be a pseudo healer, go ahead and re-up on your Lost Cure 4 now. It's a bad time to realize you're out of Lost Cure 4 charges when we're doing mechanics. You just get hit by a Glory of Bozja and you try hitting that button and nothing comes out, okay? By the time you realize that you're out of juice, you open up your Lost Finds holster, trying to fumble around in your holster, your team's already dead. Okay? So just re-up now. Don't even worry about having to recharge Lost Cure 4 during mid-fight. All right, now I'm really done. Okay, Echo, you're Echo is ready. Bravo is ready. Alpha, Charlie, Foxtrot, Delta ready. All teams are ready. Tank stance check. Only Hazel Zadrada should have it on. All other tanks, tank stance off. Pop food. Pop food. Take a hit of your smoked chicken or whatever you got. Stand by for countdown 30 on the board. Here we go. Countdown is live. And we are committing to this countdown. 15 seconds. 10 seconds, pop sprint. The first thing that we want to do, Hazel, is have it face north and have all tanks stacked with you. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. All tanks up north. Stack and share this buster. Only 3 of us are going to get hit. Nice, I got it. Aether Shield, Stone Skin 2, Heavy Mitt now. Stone Skin 2 again, help out with the bleed. Alright, away from the boss. This is an untelegraphed circle. 8 yards, get away from the boss now. Alright. Next is behind or in front. What is it going to be? Behind the boss, behind the boss. This is a nice fight. Okay, get in front of the boss. Get in front of the boss, and we are starting with sword pattern. It's okay. I like this pattern. Okay, don't start your next burst. Your next burst window is coming up. You're gonna go untargetable here, so don't start anything new. Take note of your overhead temperature. Be at 0 neutral temperature by the end of this mechanic. She's going away now. Alright, your first safe spot will be 4. Your first safe spot is 4. Your personal answer is next to 4. Diagonal to 4? Not correct. Alright, second safe spot will be 2. If you still need to get hit, your answer is next to 2. Diagonal. Not correct. Alright, stack on boss, stack on boss. Aether Shield, Stone Skin 2, Heavy Mitt now. Stone Skin 2 again, help out with the bleed. Okay, get away from the boss. This is a untelegraphed circle. Get away from the boss. Flash, go away. Yep, it happens. Just pay attention to the fight. Alright, take a look at your overhead temperature. Think about what you need to be hit by to be at 0 temperature by the end of this mechanic. Take a look at your quick march debuff. You want to point that debuff towards the thing that you need to get hit by to be at 0. Get in the middle. Healers, please heal us up when this lands. We are marching. 4, 3, 2, 1, march. Okay, stack on boss, stack on boss. Aether Shield, Stone Skin 2, Heavy Mitt now. Stone Skin 2 again, help out with the bleed. Okay, she's gonna adjust to 3, get behind after she moves. Adjusting 3, get behind after she moves. Get behind the boss now, please. Get behind. Alright, tank stack up front. Do not pop mitigation just yet. Everyone take a look at your quick march debuff. Okay, stack buster, stack and share. Okay, look for the column of fire. We are going the other way. Start from 3. Point your quick march away from the column of fire. We are going to Bravo in 3, 2, 1. March. Uh-oh, we got firewalkers. Oh, I see. Almost made it. Alright. Good try. Okay, take a look at your overhead temperature. Be at 0 by the end of this mechanic. Okay. There's no extra gimmick. Find your arrow, trace it out, walk yourself over to where it's going to land. Arrows are resolving in 3, 2, 1, shoot! Contact. Alright, stack on boss, stack on boss. Hazel, can you point it in? Just have it pointed in. Aether Shield, Stone Skin 2, Heavy Mitt. You don't have to move it, just keep it here. Alright. Everyone get in front of the boss, it's faced in. Alright, once again, it's going to move between 2 and 3. Okay, take a look at your overhead temperature. We're dealing with elemental brand mechanics now. Take a look at your elemental brand debuff. Think about what you need to be hit by. You might need to get hit 2 times, 2 different times. You want to finish opposite your elemental brand debuff, okay? First safe spot is 1. First safe spot is 1. Your personal answer is next to 1. Diagonal, not correct. Alright. Your second safe spot shall be 3. If you still need to get hit, your answer is next to 3. Diagonal, not correct. Alright, stack on boss, stack on boss. We are not holding DPS, we kill it whenever we kill it. Aether Shield, Stone Skin 2, Heavy Mitt. Stone Skin 2 again, help out with the bleed. Okay, get away from the boss, get away from the boss. Flash. Alright, get in there. Any dicers want to take a roll? Actually, don't do that. Never mind. That's gonna kill people. Take a look at your overhead temperature. Alright. Let's get to rezzing. That's I almost forgot that wasn't the one to res people in, because there's literally no safe spot for people who like res during that mechanic. They're gonna get murdered by like all the boulders. So yeah, that's an unfortunate one. All right, just get to resing and just stay here, stay behind the alpha marker. But good job getting through that. Yes. People are blowing it up today. Not a usual thing, but I'll take it. Yeah, the thing with high DPS is usually we're not like in the fight long enough to get LB3. But yeah, it happens. Whatever. Yeah. Single fire for double, yeah. It's fine, man. Like TA is it's difficult until you've done it a lot and it's like you just know what to do. Okay, is everyone alive? All right, let's go back to the trap room. We're not going ahead, or not all of us, but just new folks and whoever else wants to participate. Rather, let me put it like that. Come on back to the trap room, and they're gonna gather up on this pink trap right here. Is this pink or purple? I think it's pink. Yeah, I think it's pink. Sometimes I hear purple. But I don't know, like maybe it's my eyes, maybe it's their eyes, I have no idea. Or it could be like monitor settings, who knows. Alright, anyone else who wants to participate, we're hanging out here at the pink trap. Alright. On the count of 3, so what's about to happen, I'll count to 3. On the count of 3, everyone jumps on the pink trap, and then those of you who jump are going to race to get behind the jump pad, behind the TA's arena, and then instead of going around to go to the queen, you're going to go straight into the gate, the bars in front of you, squeeze through the bars, and whoever gets through is the winner. All right. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. what was that? Come on. Oh, I got it right, heart. Hold on. Where are you? Where's my heart? Oh, you got it? Yay. Alright. Although I'm running up here because I want to track who's winner. Okay, it looks like Xiao Yu's in the lead. Alright, just squeeze through the bars here. Whoever does it first is the winner. Oh! From behind, Rex Hawk is now keeping us hostage because they're not taking steps into the arena. You gotta keep. There you go. Alright, thank you. There are traps downstairs. There are traps downstairs. There are traps downstairs. Please do not leave the stairwell. Alright, our sweep 3 will be sweeping for traps. Rex Hawk is the winner, so congratulations. You get 1 clap. There you go. Cap X Biscari is going to be sweeping for traps down here. There's 2 in the room, and then 1 on the bridge. Be very careful if you don't know where they're going to show up. Okay, we've got 2 in the room. 1 on the bridge. Go slow, go slow. There it is. All right, all traps have been revealed. So thank you, Cap. All right. Let's try not to have any tank shenanigans with these traps here. If you're gonna pop it for like TBN reason, then just make sure that there's no one next to you. No, I'm gonna mark it like this time. Not that it really matters. All right, let's get multiple tanks per marker. Hug the wall and get in place. Let's spread out our experience. If you're a new person, just pick a marker. If you're an experienced person, try to find a new person to pair up with. It's gonna be 2 or 3 tanks per marker. We should have 10 tanks. So there's gonna be 2 will have 2 and 2 will have 3. If my math is right, yeah. Okay, we're gonna have this. So the people that I'm marking right now are going to be primary add bait. Okay, let's give you this. Give you this. And let's give Hazel this. Alright, yep, just Alright, I think that's 2, 2, 2. Okay, I just need to pick a spot. Okay, let's get 4 reflectors and dispellers to call out. Doesn't matter what party. If you reflected at Queensguard, don't call for. Well, I mean, I guess you can reflect again. I'll take 2. Let's go 2. All right, I'll check back again, but let's get 4 reflectors and 4 dispellers. So while that's being hashed out in Yell chat, I want to talk about tank stuff real quick. Oh, yeah, the trap mishap. What was that? Are they okay?
It was Lynn, don't worry about it.
Okay, alright. Okay, so let's talk about tank stuff. So Hazel will be main tanking Stigma Lock Lord. At 70%, Stigma Lock Lord will jump to the middle, become untargetable. Tanks, whatever marker, that you're standing on right now, just try not to move too far away from it while we're fighting the Stigma Lock Lord during the first few seconds of the fight. Once it hits 70% and jumps to the middle, you want to get to your marker as quickly as possible. So if you're like clear on the other side of the arena, that's not good. So you want to kind of generally stay close. If you need to if you can't stay with the Stigma Lock Lord, then just, it is what it is. but stay close to your marker so you don't have to like hoof it like clear across the arena to get in place. Once Stigma Lock Lord jumps to the middle, hits 70%, our numbered tanks will turn on their tank stance if it's not already on. There's going to be an ad that shows up on the inside of the inner ring, so something like this. All right, I'm just kind of ballparking these markers; they're not exact, but it's going to be like roughly like this, something like this. So there's going to be an ad that shows up on the letter markers. Just provoke the ad that's in front of you. So all tanks will be provoking. The numbered tank will be doing it with tank stance on, and then we'll be following up with unmanned shield lob, lightning shot, tomahawk. Okay, so the idea here is that if our ad puller like gets murked early because of like mechanics, which does happen, like that ad is not like instantly running off to like a healer. Okay, that's the thing that we want to prevent. So work on staying like second or third threat if you're not the mark tank. But if you're the mark tank, just chuck chuck your shield, your axe, your unmanned, your lightning shot, and just establish and maintain threat on the ad. You want to stay at range from the ad because if you get auto attacked, that's a twice come ruin. 2 auto attacks and you're on the ground. So just make sure you stay at range. Spam your threat tool and walk your dog in a clockwise direction around the outer ring. Okay, so facing in, you're just gonna walk off to the left over here. All right, and all tanks should be doing that movement. So once we start walking off to the left, a few seconds after doing that, when we start the ad phase, the floor is going to turn yellow. Immediately move towards the next marker. So like if you're coming from 1, you're walking towards 2, the floor turns yellow, just immediately get to the 2 marker. If you go out of range of your ad, that's okay, it'll come back up, so don't worry about that. Just stay safe. When the floor turns bright and then it goes away, there's going to be a single trap in each quarter lap around the outer ring. All right, at that point in time, unmarked tanks, those of us without numbers, are going to pop sprint, pop in bone, and then run the quarter lap. Something's going to blow up, boom, and then we're done with our job. We return to our tank partner and work on staying second or third threat. All right, and then just pay attention to callouts at that point. All right, let's take a look at dispellers. Excuse me, dispeller. Excuse me. Dispellers and reflectors. So reflect, dispel, dispel, never again. Is there a 4th dispeller and 2 reflectors? And don't use light curtain for this, because like I don't know how many times you'll need to reflect. Because sometimes it's quick and sometimes it's not. But it looks like we need 2 more reflectors and 1 more dispeller. Reflect, dispel. Oh, you called it twice. Shall you? Let's see. Actually, let's just call it again because I'm having troubles kind of trying to figure this out. Whoops! I just typed random characters into chat. That didn't mean anything. Can we call it out again? 4 reflects and 4 dispels, please. Yeah. Sorry about that. Go ahead and call it out again. Reflect. Dispel 1, dispel 2. Let's get 1 more reflect and 1 more dispel. Dispel 3. 1 more reflect and 1 more dispel. All right, there it is. 1 more dispel, please. Yep. Thank you. All right, reflectors, dispellers. You guys are going to be doing stuff on the inner ring. Reflectors are looking for a single ball of fire. All 4 of you are going to reflect the same ball of fire. It only needs 1 person to reflect it, but just all 4 of you move towards it because your co-dispellers might be dead. Similarly, there is a single ball of earth. That is for dispellers. You dispel it and then give it a dot. It needs to take some damage, and then that will resolve your mechanic there. That's going to keep happening on the inner ring at 70%. When Sigma Lord hits 70%, just go to the inner ring and do your stuff in there, okay? If you have any questions, please ask. there's no like traps or anything on the inner ring. So just reflect, dispel as you are able to, and then do mechanics while you're doing that. All right. If you have any questions, please ask. For everyone else who is not responsible for anything specific, I mean, you're still responsible for stuff, but just not anything specific. First, let's wiggle check because we've been staying here for a little while. All right. So for everyone else, I'm just going to ask that you get to a number at 70%. Doesn't have to be 1, but I'll just explain this as if you were going to 1. Get to a number and wait for the first push-pull to happen, and then split after that. Like, just scatter. But the way this is going to look for most folks is as follows. Stigma Lock Lord hits 70%, jumps to the middle. You're going to see our tanks and tanks, reflectors, and dispellers rather get into their respective positions. You get to a number. It doesn't matter what number, so I'm just going to use 1 as an example. You're going to see ads show up. Make sure you stay on your number, okay? Don't run up to meet the ad or anything. Just stay on your number. You're going to see a tank. You're going to see tanks provoke. You're going to see numbered tank just spam their threat tool, walk off to the left. Don't follow them, okay? Stay on your number. You're going to see another tank coming from your right, approaching with an ad in tow. Don't run up and meet that ad. Stay on your number, okay? The reason I'm spelling this out is because immediately what's going to happen is this floor is going to turn yellow. And then when it's going to turn yellow, the yellow is going to go away. There's going to be a random trap out here. You don't want to be out here high-fiving the Minotaur, getting caught out in this trap because it comes out quick. I've seen that happen a lot. So just stay on your number, please, until the first push-pull. So the yellow goes away. You're going to see a tank, unmarked tank, pop, sprint, pop, inbound, run off to the left. Don't follow them. They're popping a trap. You're going to see another tank coming from your right. Don't run up and give that tank a high five because there might be a trap, like right here, right to your right. Okay, don't step off here and like explode people because you got claustrophobic. Just stay on your number. You're going to get 1 of 2 debuffs of concern, and I should really be using the colorblind friendly version of this picture from now on. So there it is. In raid text chat, I just pasted the picture of the 2 debuffs of concern and where to stand to resolve them, okay? But you're going to get 1 of 2 debuffs of concern. You're going to get a debuff with lines in it. If you get that, that is a pull-in mechanic. So you start from the outside of the notch that you're standing in, and you get pulled in. If you get the debuff with dude getting knocked back from the pink cloud, that's a pushback mechanic. You start on the inside, get pushed back out. All right. For those of you here for the first time, if you're an Audible learner, the mnemonic that I use, is as follows. If you get the debuff with the pink, or if you get the debuff with the lines, Stigma Lock Lord from the middle is eating spaghetti. You're getting pulled in. I just realized my mic is like real far away. If you get the debuff with the pink cloud after dinner, Stigma Lock Lord is blowing out a post-dinner cigar. You're getting pushed out. All right. Hopefully that helps some folks. If not, then you figure out a way to remember what each debuff does. All right. There's a lot going on during the fight, so it's easy to be like, oh, debuff with lines, pull in, pink cloud, push out. It's easy to do, but it's like you only have 5 seconds to resolve it the first time you see it, and like I see a lot of people get pushed into the wall. So just it happened to me like 5 times. Like it took me 5 wipes for that to really sink in. So hopefully that can save you a couple wipes. All right. Okay, that's all I got. Team leads, go ahead and run ready checks. Please report when ready. Yeah, focus target Stigma Lock. I don't usually make that recommendation just because I don't think about it, but yeah, focus target Stigma Lock Lord. That'll give you like better visibility on the cast bar, so you can see when Labyrinthine Fate. Is it Labyrinthine Fate or something words? I forget what. There's like a specific cast that resolves it. Is it Fateful Words? Okay, Fateful Words. So when Fateful Words starts to cast, get in position and resolve your pushback or your pull. Okay, Echo ready, Alpha ready, Delta ready. Yeah, it's relatively new. That's definitely, I was not doing that 2 years ago. Echo ready, Alpha ready, Delta, Bravo, Foxtrot, Charlie ready. All teams are ready. All right, tank stance check. Only Hazel should have tank stance on. You're going to be tanking Stigma Locklord. All other tanks, tank stance is off. When the ad phase starts is when our numbered tanks 2, 1, and 4 will also turn on their tank stance, okay? Stand by for countdown, 30 on the board. All right, don't blow it up here, all right? You can use your 1-minute burst, that's fine. Don't use your 2-minute burst. You want to save your juice, your special sauce for the ad phase, all right? And remember, tanks, don't stray too far from your assigned positions because transition to ad phase happens real quick. 2, 1, go. Oh. Alright. You might not have enough room for the swing here. Up north. Alright. Oh, fuck. I forgot to call that out. My bad. Just dodge this stuff. 71, 70. Alright, get into position. Get into position. Reflectors, Dispellers, inner ring. Tanks on numbers. All tanks provoke the ad. Numbered tank, make sure your tank stance is on. Don't get hit. Don't get hit. Yep. Alright, good job. Alright, get to the safe spot. Unmarked tanks, pop sprint, invuln, run the quarter lap. Got it. Go ahead and return. I'm gonna pop elixir here. Alright, look at your buffs. Resolve your buffs. Line is pull in, pink cloud is push out. Uh-oh. Devastating bolt, I got this. Get into a notch, get into a notch. Okay, debuffs are going out, they're not resolving right away. You will have to duck into a notch in a few seconds though. Okay, duck into a notch, respect the mechanic. Respect the mechanic. Tank stance check, respect the balls please. Respect the balls. Alright, let's bring this to the middle. Raid wide going out. Check tank stance, only Hazel should have tank stance now. Turn off your tank stances if you were tanking previously. And Hazel, have it pointing north if you can. Alright, take all these puddles out. You're gonna drop a puddle, make sure you don't stop and like linger in it. Alright, good. They go far. This is a 20-yard untelegraphed circle around the boss. Go away. Swing. Alright, get back in there. Let's bring it to the middle. Alright, get those rapid bolts out. There's gonna be one more set. Take the second set out. Oh, I got mechanics. Alright, get away from this marker. Yep, get away from that. You know what that means. Alright, dodge the triple whack. Okay, aim this buster up north. Hazel's gonna get a buster. Aim it up north, please. Okay, find your arm's length sure cast. Alright, we're good. Let's get our dead folks up. And stay on this platform, please. We need to resolve our deaths before going on to the queen. Stay on the platform. That's okay. That's okay. still resolving deaths here. Please stay on the platform. All right. Is that everyone? I think that's everyone. Okay. Go ahead and make sure you loot your chest here, and then let's go on to the queen. Are these different markers from what I normally see here? I feel like these are different. Like someone's usually like spamming this crap here, but like that's a different set of crap. That looked different anyway. I don't know. Whatever, man. All right. Enjoy your cutscene. If you're a cutscene enjoyer, do enjoy your cutscene. Is that Aether Minotaur hallway markers? Okay. All right. Are we good with the cutscenes? All right. No, we got cutscene enjoyers, so that's fine. Don't feel like you have to cancel or anything. And I'm not saying that sarcastically, by the way. Let's get our pure invuln gunbreakers and paladins up front. Because today I decided that we're gonna take the easy way out. And we're just gonna cheat our way through the tank busters. Alright, let's give you 3. We'll make you anchor today. I think you were 1 last time. Let's see, do we have any other we should have 4 gunbreakers and paladins. Unless you're like watching the cutscene or something still. No, you're a monk. Where's our gunbreakers and paladins? Can you come to me up front at the triangle? Okay, yeah, I couldn't find you. Let's have you do this. And let's have you... Actually, I want to give... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, the way this is gonna work for... Actually, before I get into that, let's get our healers and pseudo-healers to call, reflect, and dispel. Again, 4 of each. It could be the same. It could be different people from last time. Doesn't matter. Just call that out. Dispel, dispel, reflect, dispel. 1 more dispel. 2 more reflects. Okay, 2 more reflects. 1 more reflect. Anyone who is reflect capable. There we go. All right. Reflect and dispels have been assigned. All right, let's talk about tank stuff real quick. Since we're going to be just invulning our way through the cleansing slash. Cleansing slash is a tank buster, so halfway through, generally, if you're tanking, halfway through the cleansing slash, pop your invuln and turn off your tank stance. So the way this is going to work is as follows. Hazel will be pulling the boss after the countdown. We're going to do 1 mechanic, and then 5 autos, and then cleansing slash 1 will start the cast. Halfway through the cast, pop your super bolide, turn off your tank stance. You're going to get hit twice. 1, 2. Barak Daltir will turn on tank stance, provoke, and then continue tanking the boss. We're going to do more fights, or excuse me, more mechanics after Relentless 1. Barak Daltir will take cleansing slash 2. So you're going to pop your, what is this? Your hollow ground. Halfway through this cleansing slash, pop hollow ground. You're going to take 2 hits, 1, 2. Then you're going to turn off your tank stance. Parry blind will pick up. After that, you're going to provoke. We're going to do more mechanics. After super chest 2, you're going to take your cleansing slash. Halfway through your cleansing slash, pop super bolide. And then just keep the boss. No need to transfer after that. All right. If any of you three have any questions about what you need to provoke, or excuse me, what you need to invuln, then make sure you ask. Reflectors, dispellers, and then anyone with exactly 2 light curtains in pocket. Well, if you have at least 1 light curtain, then you're a reflector. You can choose to reflect. Let me put it that way. But we're going to see a reflect dispel mechanic 2 times in this fight. There's going to be 5 gigantic lightning orbs. I don't remember what the name of the orb is, but there's going to be 5 of them on the field. The visual animation, like the mob, the body of it, is going to be off the ground as high as these like letters and numbers for these ground markers. Okay, that's why the 1 and the Bravo and Alpha and 2 markers are like in the corners of their squares instead of dead center, because the orb itself is going to appear dead center on those squares if they decide to spawn there. Okay, there is 5 random locations on the field. So the idea is all the reflect capable folks will pop reflect at 100 sovereignty, find a lightning orb that shows up that's ideally right next to where the queen is, and then reflect the same one. Okay, if it's like a split decision, then the smaller reflect team has to join the larger reflect team. Just walk over and then keep reflecting the big, like where everyone else is. Okay, for those of you who are not reflect capable, just go away. Go away and don't get zapped while you're going away by another lightning orb. Right, so make sure you're looking like up and not running to like another lightning orb just to get murdered there. Right, where am I in this list here? Super chess. Okay, so let's talk about super chess. At 2 points in this fight, you're going to see the so-called super chess mechanic. That is 2 movement edicts. You need to resolve both of them and then wind up in the safe spot. Okay. The way the way we resolve this is kind of like through call out carry here. So the way this is going to work is as follows. There's going to be a safe spot that shows up either dead north or dead south. So for example, like the dead north safe spot, like right behind the top, right behind the queen, or the dead south safe spot can be like right here where I'm jumping. Okay, only one of those 2 options is going to be it. Wherever that safe spot is, you start running the other way from north to south or south to north. So if the safe spot shows up north, we're running down here to the south. If safe spot shows up down here, then we start running north. There's going to be like a glowing tile. So as we're running away from the safe spot at the very beginning of that, I'm going to look around and I'm going to make an assessment. Right, I'm going to determine whether the wall or back are safe. What that will dictate then is whatever the configuration is that's going to inform what our starting positions are going to be. So for example, if it's the north safe spot, then we're going to start running south. As we're running south, I'm looking around, and maybe in this situation, it's wall is safe, back is safe. I'll actually say that wall is safe, back is safe. I'm going to say 6s in the corner, 7s on Delta, 5s on like 2 or Alpha or Charlie, something like that. When I'm saying like 5, 6s, and 7s, what that is, you want to look at your debuffs and add them up. All right, there's going to be 2 different numbers. You want to add them up. You're going to get like a 2 or 3, or you're going to get 2 and 3. You're going to get 2 and 4, or you're going to get 3 and 4, or like some order of those. Okay, add those 2 numbers up. You're going to come up with a sum of 5, 6, or 7. I am dictating where 5s, 6s, and 7s start their mechanic. Okay, if you have your own way to solve this, then you can feel free to do that, whatever it takes for you to survive. But if you don't know what you're doing, just follow callouts here, okay? So add up those 2 debuffs. You're going to come up with a sum of 5, 6, or 7. I'm going to be dictating where 5s, 6s, and 7s start the mechanic. So get into those positions. Wait for the first number to show up over your head. It's not going to be 5, 6, or 7. It's going to be 2, 3, or 4. The first of your 2 debuffs will show up over your head. Once that shows up over your head, start walking off towards the right, facing the safe spot. Okay, so for example, if the safe spot's up north, then to the right is off in this direction. All right. Once you run out of space on the safe column, I might say like walk down the Alpha column or walk down the Charlie column. So whatever column we're in, once you get to that column and you still have like dots over your head, you continue walking towards the safe spot down the column that I call out. Okay. Once you run out of dots, you stop. Wait for the stun. Wait for the stun to go away. You're gonna get your second movement edict. Doesn't really matter what that is. Just get to the safe spot after that. Okay. And that's gonna happen 2 times. If you get the red line during that, you went too far. You need to go back. All right. So that's super chess. That's gonna happen 2 times. Relentless 2 possible curse patterns. Uh-oh. Oops. I pressed something. All right, so Relentless 2 curse pattern. So possibly this can happen. It's not a 100%, but we might be in a situation where we have like a very untelegraphed safe spot for Relentless 2. If that happens, just stack on me for that. But the the way that happens, like the Relentless 2 mechanic is 2 slashes. The first slash is from a diagonal. That's gonna happen with a knockback orb. I don't think we saw it during Queensguard because we had like way too high DPS, so we didn't actually see the mechanic. But okay, I am tracking that we have half an hour left. But that mechanic, it's like the knight, instead of slashing through, will actually hit the ball in the middle, and then the ball itself will travel to like the opposite wall from where the knight comes from. That is a knockback mechanic from the center. So the idea is that you are not in line with the knight, and you don't get knocked back such that you travel with the ball. So that leaves like a roughly 45 to 90 degree angle from the approach of the knight where you want to get knocked away. All right. Again, you don't want to get knocked in line with the knight. You don't want to travel with the ball. So that only leaves a few options. The queen might decide to slash through at the same time and like take the majority of what would normally be safe. If that happens, again, just follow me for that, and I'll try to make sure that we don't get murdered there. And then the second slash is going to be in conjunction with untethered soldiers. Untethered soldiers are the safe spot. They will not jump. I don't think we saw this earlier either. They're not going to jump. They're just going to identify candidates for the safe spot. Be prepared to pop, sprint, and hustle over to like a small triangle of safe spot. That might happen, right? So I might be like just triangle on delta or something like that. So just be prepared for something like that. And then finally, I want to talk about murder chess. So the first major chess mechanic that we see is not super chess. It is the murder chess. If you do normal mode and you're not in like a turbo run, like you might see this in a normal mode queen encounter. But this chess pattern is something that we see right away, like 30 seconds into the fight. So full breakdown of how this mechanic works. You're gonna want to pay attention because you're gonna see this 30 seconds into the fight. So the arena will convert from a circle to a square. After it turns into a square, you're going to take a look at the east and west chess pieces. Identify which rows those 2 chess pieces are pointing into. That row, east-west row, will not be safe. There's going to be 2 rows. Then a number of dots will appear on those chess pieces. That's how many steps into the field they're going to take. Those resulting columns will not be safe. If you see a 3, that's this middle column here. A 1 is like whatever side it's coming from. It's the first column, and then 2 is like this column. Okay? Finally, North Swing Glow will force us into a cardinal direction. So, for example, that's the 3 dots. They grow into the lines where the lines meet. The 2 big Minotaur swings will come out, and we need to be away from that. Okay. So, for example, if the 3 dots grow into lines such that like they meet in the alpha column, and it forces us into the 1 column, the front half of the 1 column is not safe. The back half is safe. Okay, the reason that's important is because if the west chess piece in that situation decides to go in 1 tile, then we only have like 3 half squares of safe spot there. Okay, just be prepared for something like that to happen. All right, and that's all I got as far as mechanics go. Aether shielding tanks, you should have 10 out of 15 charges of your Aether shield if you were primary Aether shield for TA. So don't bother reslotting Aether shield right now. Your second Aether shield in your pocket is for Soften Rage. So if we happen to see Soften Rage, because I fuck up and get a lot of people dead or something, and we see Enrage, then that first Aether shield, you're going to cast a single Aether shield going into that. Then you're going to immediately reslot Aether shield from your holster, pop it in, That's going to reset the cooldown on Aether Shield. So you're going to want to use that second Aether Shield when you start to see Empyrean Iniquity cast. You see that cast, hit that second Aether Shield, and that'll get you through the rest of the fight. Speaking of Empyrean Iniquity, raid-wise of concerns is Empyrean Iniquity and God Save the Queen. So for every instance of those casts, you want to pop Aether Shield and do your multiple Stone Skin 2 pulses. Okay, again, Stone Skin 2 once before the hit, and then Stone Skin 2 again after the hit to help out with the bleed. And that's it. Let's get shells out on people who need them. If you don't need them, just get in front of the purple line. If you do want shell, get behind the purple line. I recommend getting shell if you don't have fort stacks. But if you do, then just get in front of the purple line. You're good to go. All right, team leads, go ahead and run ready checks, please. Report when ready. And while ready checks are going out, I want to shout out all the people who helped make today's run happen. So shout outs to the following individuals: Sweep 2, Bacon Mage, Sweep 3, Cap, X Piscari. Thank you for running sweeps 2 and 3 respectively and letting us not blow ourselves up on traps on our way through this dungeon. Our implicit sweep 1 and duelist for today was Vera Vespar. Thank you, Vera, for getting everyone their hand token. Our Flare Star for today was Traffica Felena, so thank you, Traffica, for handling Flare Star. Rens 1 and 2, Crimson Fisher and Lin Renkinjitsu. Again, our friend over on PB shows up here. Appreciate you showing up. But yeah, thank you too for running Rens 1 and 2. Golem side lead, Laurent Damadur. Thank you for leading Golem side. And then to our team leads, Alpha team lead, Asako Kusakabe. Bravo team lead, Vanlin Clancy. Charlie team lead, Lulufe Lufe. Delta team lead, Kasuli Leto. Echo team lead, Neko Nia. And Foxtrot team lead, Hip Malo. I know we lost him earlier, but thank you for showing up and being Foxtrot team lead anyway. And then finally, thank you guys for showing up. Could have chosen to do anything else with your time, but you're here with us at Lego Steppers with me, Knucklefree, as your host. So appreciate you being here, and hopefully I made excellent use of your time. All right. Echo is ready. Alpha's ready. Bravo's ready. Charlie's ready. Foxtrot's ready. Delta's ready. All teams are ready. So for the final time in this dungeon, please pop food. Tank stance check. Only our number 1 tank should have it on. Hazel. Is that Hazel? Yeah, Hazel. All other tanks, make sure your tank stances are off. Stand by for countdown. 30 on the board. Indigo star check. Do I have an Indigo star? I don't. I have a Nymea Potpourri. Or Potpourri, rather. Alright. Win or lose, thank you for showing up. Let's try to knock it out of the park here. 10 on the board, pop sprint. And Hazel, just tank it in place. 1, 0. No need to rotate it or anything. No need to rotate it. No need to rotate it. Yeah, you want to stay close to your teammates here. There's no positionals or anything. Alright, Aether Shield. Stone Skin 2. Heavy Knit now. Stone Skin 2 again. Help out with the bleed. I don't think it's going to teleport it. Oh, it will. Okay. Alright, observe the east and west chess pieces. These rows will not be safe. So this middle row and that far north row will not be safe. Numbers are up. 1 on the left, 3 on the right. This middle column will not be safe. North Swing Glow is forcing us up north. Back half of this column on safety Dorito. Don't go all the way back. All the way up north is not safe. And remain in place. Remain in place. Oh, I almost murdered us there. I didn't even check the north and south chess pieces. Alright, stand by for your first cleansing slash. Halfway through, that's when you pop Invuln. Alright, go ahead, pop Invuln. Nope. Okay, that was an early provoke. So you're probably dead. Yep, right there. Aether Shield, Stone Skin 2, Heavy Mitt. Alright, I'm just gonna provoke this. I'll take the... We'll respect the second one, just to stay on plan here. We'll content respect the second Buster. Alright, Super Chest 1. Find the safe spot, we're going the other way. Alright, up north. Wall is safe, back is safe. 6 is in the corner, 7's on 3, 5's on no, 1. 5's on 1. 5's on 1, excuse me. 6 is in the corner, 7's on 3, 5's on 1. 6 is in the corner, 7's on 3, 5's on 1. Stand by for first movement edict. Alright. Walk it down the 4 column. If you get the red line, you need to go back. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Okay, get to the safe spot. Doesn't matter what your number is. If you're gonna die, die in the safe spot. What are you doing? Come on, man. Don't you... Alright, anyway. Alright, let's get right in front of the boss here. Burst again. Alright, stack up tight. This is the mitigation event. You don't want to be out of range of healing or whatever. Aether Shield, Stone Skin 2, Heavy Mitt now. Stone Skin 2 again, help out with the bleed. Alright, look at that Sovereignty gauge. When that hits 100, it's time to pop Light Curtain. If you're not reflecting, just go away. 99. 100. Light Curtain is not an OGCD. Light Curtain. Reflect something. Here, there's a ball at 1. Let's reflect 1. Alright, get in that shell. Everyone in the shell. Oh, number 2. You're up. Okay, go ahead and provoke. Number 2, tank. Go ahead and provoke. Alright, you're gonna be involving the next thing. Alright. Observe the gunner between 3 and 4. That's where you're gonna show your hole. You know what to do there. If you are tethered, you're going to swirly wind puddle. So order of operations here. North swing glow. Tethers to wind. Gunner mechanic. North swing glow. Is forcing us north. Tethers go to wind. Aim your opening towards the gunner in the corner between 3 and 4. Turret on the side now. Clear. We're going to okay, I guess we're gonna respect this Buster. It looks like I'm the only one here. Another tank, can another tank provoke? Yep, thank you. Can I get a cleansing? Or yeah, doom cleanse, thank you. Alright, number 3 tank, go ahead and pick it up. Thank you. Alright, Relentless 2. Alright. So the first slash is diagonal in conjunction with knockback orb. This is a knockback mechanic, and that is easy pattern. Off to the right here, just a little bit. Off to the right, don't get knocked out of the arena. Alright. Untether soldiers at 1 and 2. Where's the queen? Where's the queen? Alright, on the 4, like this small triangle of safe spot. This is the only safe spot right here. Oh, okay, I misread that. I'm glad we didn't die. Okay, don't pop any. Oh, Aether Shield, Stone Skin 2, Heavy Mitt. Don't pop your what do you call it? Your burst. Don't burst here. Just build up gauge. We're gonna burst all together after Super Chest 2. Okay, look for the safe spot. Go the other way. It might be different. All right, going south. Back is not safe. Wall is safe. 5's on Charlie. 6's between Bravo and Charlie. 7's on Bravo. 5's on Charlie. 6's between Bravo and Charlie. 7's on Bravo. 5's on Charlie. 6's between Bravo and Charlie. 7's on Bravo. Stand by for first movement edict. Alright, we're going down the Charlie column. When you run out of dots, you need to stop moving. If you get the red line, you need to go back. Alright, get to the safe spot. Doesn't matter what your number is. If you're gonna die, die in the safe spot. All right, healers, take a look. Don't actually do it, but take a look at your LB gauge. As soon as you see that hit LB3, just blow it at will, right? Want to get people up. No dead body mechanics here. Go ahead and involve that cleansing slash parry blonde. Uh-oh. Or is there a provoke? That shouldn't have happened. Alright, stack up tight here in front of the boss. Everyone in front of the boss. Everyone stack up real tight. We are baiting the knight. We're probably not going to see this, but baiting the knight. The sword omen. Someone wanted to do DPS LB3. That's fine. You want to do the damage loss? That's fine. Alright, let's get our looks like we only have one death here, so let's get him up. Feel free to enjoy that cutscene, and that's raid. So thank you guys for coming. We have some optional things that you can choose to participate in if you feel like you want to do so. But for those of you who have other places you need to be, thank you for coming. All right. So the first optional thing we're gonna do is take a picture after getting our friend up. We're not just gonna leave them on the ground like this. Ideally, you know what? Let me pop sack. Oh, okay. Thank you for rezzing. All right. Make sure you loot your chests, and then we're gonna take a picture against the tree up north. Oh, no field. Yeah, there's no field notes, no relic items, nothing. The only reward you get from this is a sense of satisfaction, and like some other like thing like a mount or not. Oh, the mount is from the achievement. The minion is from that chest, and then like a bonus like augmented Law's Order token. But yeah, really, there's not a whole lot. So, all right, do your G poses here. We'll give this a few moments. I'm gonna take a picture of the achievements. Yay! That's a decent number of first time clears. Decent number. All right, let me take a picture here. Screen. Let me put this in victory lap. So for those of you who want to attend a reclear that requires like a screenshot or whatever, you can pull this from victory lap on Discord if you didn't already take your own picture, and that should serve as proof of clear. All right, we'll give folks a few moments to finish up their G poses, and then what comes next is our dog walk. So what's going to happen is I'm going to ask everyone to depart instance, and then we'll meet up at Sargatanas server Doman Enclave. So come on over to Sargatanas Doman Enclave, and those of you who are not in raid but are watching on Twitch, feel free to show up and bulk up the receiving line. We wanna welcome our first time clears in style. So for those of you who have cleared, who cleared for the first time, just meet up at the main Aetheryte at the Doman Enclave on Sargatanas server and await further instructions. If this is a reclear for you, go to the place and do the thing. Yeah, for those of you who need to go, thank you for showing up.
Please let me do the banner. I just completed my Ultra challenge.
The what? Oh, you want to lead the pack? Is that what you're asking for? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's not something I assign. It's just people do it. So if you want to do that, then feel free to get it done. Feel free to lead the pack. But yeah, for those of you showing up, we're at Sargatanas server Doman Enclave. And for the first time clears, just hang out at the main Aetheryte and await further instructions. If this is a reclear for you, go to the place and do the thing. Actually, if this is a reclear for you, specifically with Lego Steppers, how about that? Go to the place, do the thing. if this is your first time clearing with Lego Steppers, then go to the main Aetheryte and await further instructions. Wanna include folks who got their clear somewhere else, but haven't done it with us. We'll bring you into the fam. We'll do this ceremony for you too. Oh, Crystal does it too? Nice. Yeah, I had no idea.